Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, wait. Actually, hold on a second. Camera, mate. It's not catching you guys on the Zoom output. Hold on. That's so weird. Oh, man. Good thing I caught that early. Let me see. Yeah, last time. All right. But no, can you hear us? That's the thing. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. It's my audio got switched out at the last second. Yeah, we're live right now, but I can't see the Zoom output. So, let me see. Boom, and now, okay, go ahead and talk, guys.
Hello.
Right.
Yep.
Me
Okay, we're good.
talking.
Yep.
Hello,
We're good.
hello. Yeah.
All right, we're good now.
Hello.
Yeah,
Waka waka.
hey, this is the Blrd podcast, baby. We gotta do things. Sometimes we had little technical difficulties, but we made it work. So, you know, it is what it is. So, Ed, why don't you do the intro again for the audio listeners that didn't hear what you said? That now they can get the full experience.
The full experience.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? It's episode 44 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner.
Hello.
Greencast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Again,
Dark Side.
Yo.
And myself, the Ed Underground Bay. How you guys doing?
doing
well.
much better. Man, this
Doing well.
episode could have been really bad if I had not checked the audio levels. I don't know why it switched out on me. For whatever reason. So, but man, good thing I checked. I have a habit now. Burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, I need to go to the doctor to get it checked out. And burn me 3 times, ooh, I'm gonna get you, bitch.
You're on the Blur podcast.
You're on the Blur podcast. There you go. But yeah, it's been chill, man. It's been a chill week. Been busy with work and stuff. Did a lot of barbecuing now that the weather is getting nice.
Really? You got some barbecue in?
Got some barbecue in, man.
I've been itching to do it.
Yeah, I've been I barbecued some chicken the other day, and then barbecued some steaks. And yeah, I'm learning new things. Like before I was living in a condo where we couldn't really barbecue as readily as we do now, and now we have a whole ass backyard we could barbecue. So yeah, barbecue some chicken. Watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos. It's just funny, like think of like our parents back in the day. If they wanted to barbecue, it had to be like passed down, or you had to go to a library to pick up a book, or Barnes and Nobles or some shit, or catch a TV show by chance, hypothetically, that had a barbecuing channel, and you had to write down notes. Now we could just jump on YouTube and learn from guys who be like, "Hey, I'm gonna pretend to be your dad and teach you how to barbecue and shit," and it's really really cool. So I was sitting there learning how to barbecue, and because I have a propane grill, really nice one.
Wait, do you have propane or propane accessories?
Shut up, Ed.
Taste the meat, not the heat.
I have a propane grill. It's easier to clean. I've been scarred as a child having to with the charcoal grills.
Yes.
And then afterwards you got to clean that shit up, and then
Clean what shit up?
See, well, you just want the flavor.
Yeah,
that's the flavor. Yeah, sure, I get it.
That's the flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the grate? The grate?
No, I'm talking about the actual
No, the
grill.
The
disposed charcoal.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that's not that hard. You just dump
It's
it
not
out.
that hard.
How long do you grill, though?
What do you mean?
Who are you asking?
No, I'm asking you, Dark Side.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not that bad, then you haven't grilled for like a long period of time within a day.
I mean, you grill, and then the charcoal turns into dust, pretty much equivalent.
Yeah, and
then
there's
you
a
just dump it.
collection basket.
And actually,
underneath
some of that stuff is
They
good
just
for your
pull
soil
out.
too.
No. Well, you're talking
You guys know that?
What was that?
The ash from charcoal, you could use that in your like garden and stuff. That's
Ah.
it's good fertilizer.
Didn't know that.
No, yeah, you can. But the thing is,
No,
Green Tune, you're talking about like fancy ass charcoal grills that had the little chute that you can actually put into a nice bag.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I gotta dump the whole thing
exactly
over.
No.
All right.
Yeah,
No, we
There's
got
3 bolts holding together there.
What's it called?
exactly.
The green egg knockoff. So it's basically like a green egg. It's like a ceramic thing with like a steel thing on the inside and all that
I know
fancy
what you mean.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It just adds so much flavor to food. It's insane. I don't think I can ever go back to propane.
Man, no, I'm sticking with propane for now. Only because
Propane is fast and efficient. That's
fast,
about it.
Yeah, it's
That's,
fast and efficient.
It's fast and
Job
efficient,
done.
but you don't get that.
But the flavor,
delicious,
you
sweet
don't get it.
flavor.
Just
Oh,
don't get
my
it.
goodness. Yeah,
Just
so you
slow
don't-
cooking.
It's
something.
not worth it.
Okay, well,
It's not worth
well, you
it.
brought up a good point.
Mm.
So this weekend, I went to my brother-in-law's house, and he has a slow cooker. He actually bought a brand new slow cooker. He had one previously that was a propane one, and then he bought a new one that was a wood fire wood fire slow cooker. So he cooked some brisket, which is phenomenal. I mean, perfect smoke rings and everything.
You're talking about like a smoker?
Like an actual smoker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smoker.
That's
Oh,
it.
okay,
That's it.
smoker.
Slow cooker.
They sell them.
So you said slow cooker.
I'm sorry.
You said slow cooker. Yeah,
I'm sorry,
a slow cooker. I
smoker.
was thinking of the one that you plug into the wall.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the,
like,
Yeah, I'm talking about
Crock
smoker.
pot,
Yeah,
crock pot.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
talking about
crock pot.
You're talking about smoker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smoker.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So-
smokers is beyond me. I haven't even tried smoking yet. So.
I got to get into it. I say every year I am.
Yeah, everybody says that. Everybody's like, because it's like the man thing to do is like you see the
It
meat
is.
and
You
be
got to
like,
smoke
man.
your meats.
And
Yeah.
the way they build them too, it's like a mini
That's so cool.
like a mini
Furnace.
oil drum.
Yeah.
that you
Yeah, they're like a
split
little
in half.
first. Yeah.
Furnace.
That's
Yeah.
how they make them with a little pipe on the side.
Yeah, you feel manly like smoking your meats because it's like I could cook my meats in the kitchen, but then you're like, but what if I smoked it instead? So it's just
Yeah, exactly.
like he smoked some meats, he smoked a brisket and then smoked some pulled pork,
Yep,
absolutely phenomenal. And he wanted to give me his old smoker, but it was propane, and I said I love propane, fast and efficient. However, if I'm gonna smoke my meats, I want to smoke it with like actual wood. You know, I want to actually
Actual smoke flavor.
Yeah, smoke flavor. So he was like, "Well, you can get the propane, and it has like little wood chips you can buy and put pellets to give you that smoky taste." Just the same. But I'm like, nah, I want the actual real thing. So I will eventually get to smoking. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's barbecuing it was actually not bad. Watching the videos, I was using like this guy was doing like for the chicken the indirect heat method where you turn one side up, you keep other sides cold,
Close to the edges, right?
Zone grilling.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I messed
Close to
up
the
at.
edges, yeah.
That's where I messed up at. I had some meat that was I had my furthest left grill portion, like great portion. I had turned it up all the way. And then my middle and my right hand, I kept it cool. And what happened was, of course, what you would assume would happen is that the chicken that was further away cooked less than the chicken that was closest to the heat source. So in the future, I know how to rectify that and whatnot. And it's all good, but it was fun. So
Why do you even need to do indirect grilling with propane? Can't you can control the heat?
Well, it's more
Any zone you put it in.
Yeah, but I think for what like the guy was saying, like for chicken, you don't want to like necessarily like scorch it and have a risk of the inside not being cooked perfectly.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He was saying do the indirect
okay, gotcha.
for like 30 minutes, and then you can be able to have a thoroughly cooked chicken and have your grill marks on it, and it'll just be just enough.
Right. Gotcha.
So I didn't do that for my steaks though. I cooked my steaks. I actually got them pretty well. I didn't get the outside nice and crisp like I kind of wanted, but it was good enough. Got some nice little char marks on it. Do a little 45-degree lines, trying to make it real official and shit. But yeah, it's grilling season, so
You're trying to get those grill marks on there.
I'm trying to be the next Bobby Flay. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to do something.
Next time you gotta get super fancy and then do the cross grill marks.
That's what I did.
When you flip it back over, you did the little diamonds.
Yeah, that's what I did. So I took it. But see, this is my idiot though. I was supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it at 45 degrees. I did mine at 90 degrees. So you see straight lines here. It's
just
like a
squares.
Yeah,
checker pattern.
Yeah, checker pattern. And I'm just like, man, something doesn't seem right about this shit. This shit seems like I was trying to go for Bobby Flay. I ended up at like maybe below Outback. It was really bad, but it tasted good. My mother-in-law did a really great job seasoning it. So hey, like I said, this is grilling season. I'm trying to get into the grilling mood. This is my first spring in my house.
So you're stepping into the grilling.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this is what I want you to try. I want you to try this.
Okay.
Because it was really fun when I did it the first time. You start grilling. Do you like salmon?
I love salmon.
Okay, get a cedar plank. Get a cedar plank and then follow the process of cooking salmon on a cedar plank. It's just fun. It's just fun to do it. When it comes out perfect on that plank, it's just cool. It's just cool.
One of my friends actually did. She cooked it, so she has over for a little party, and she was grilling, and she did a cedar plank, and I thought that was like the coolest thing. Now this is years ago, so I don't remember how to do it. So I'm gonna have to like research how to do it and everything, make sure you're not getting it right.
It's super easy. You soak the plank like overnight, and then you just put the meat on. It should the smoke from the wood burning, and it burns at a slower rate. It goes right into the meat.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
It is good. It is very good. It's one of the best things I made was the salmon.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. Yeah, I mean, when I did the steak yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. I mean, I dipped it in butter. I had seasoning on it. I mean, just so good. So yeah, I mean, hey, this spring we should have like a Blrd podcast.
Grilling
grill off
podcast.
Yeah, man, like a grill podcast. Like, man, this is put some cameras
we're
outside.
all agreed. Everyone's gonna be wearing shorts and slides.
Slides, absolutely.
Yeah,
slides.
Yeah, you gotta wear flip flops when you're grilling.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's no other way.
Or you wear New Balances with some tube socks, and you gotta have some shorts with the shirt tucked in. If you don't have that, and a belt, you gotta have a t-shirt with a belt, everything.
No, I like going for the comfortable look as I'm grilling.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it was funny. Like, I smelled like, my wife was like, "Oh my god," she's like, "You smell like a smokehouse." Like, I came back into the house. I'm like, that's the smell of a real man. Like, she's like, "You need to shower before you go to bed." I was like, "Mind your damn business."
I don't know why I hear Home Depot music right now.
That's the smell of airborne carcinogens.
Yeah, right.
Just they're going straight into my lungs.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, she's like, I knew. She said that I smell like a guy that hangs around people named Clarence, who like smoke nothing but Marlboros and Newports. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of the smell. But hey,
actually, I have a
Grid Tuner. You use charcoal. You said
charcoal. Yeah.
Yeah. Now here's a question.
Sure.
Do you use lighter fluid?
No, I have a chimney.
My man.
That's
All
close.
right.
I have a chimney.
We've all evolved. Okay.
I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, he was very close.
Of course.
Because if you would have said, "Hey, you did lighter fluid," you're just as bad as me using propane.
I would be just as bad as you.
Oh yeah. I can't. I don't understand how long I used lighter fluid for a while, but I never understood just how dumb it is and how much easier it is to use a chimney and how much. Yeah.
It's a breeze using the chimney.
It changes your whole world.
Yeah.
It is a breeze.
Ed Underground, you want to add anything to this? Because you're very quiet.
Yeah, what's your grill like?
Yeah, what's your grill?
He's not a griller. Come on now. You know he's not a griller.
All I hear is Home Depot music in the background somewhere.
Exactly. Okay, that means he doesn't know how to grill.
Yeah. No, I know how to grill.
Again,
it's just not my favorite thing to do per se. I grilled twice. Wasn't really fond of it.
And
when was the last time you grilled?
We're in our late 30s. At this point, you grilling twice is a
yeah, it's just
the
service. I'm just not a big. I mean, I'm a big fan of the whole cookout and all that stuff, but I don't like to grill the food and everything like that.
Okay, I got it, Ed. I understand. Ed, we as the men, we're grilling out there. You come in this sundress, looking cute.
No.
His big old sun hat.
Yeah, sun hat.
He's got his lemonade.
No. Yeah, you got your lemonade, apple pie. You come.
He sets out the silverware and the plates.
Yeah, you boys thirsty?
False. I'm all for the whole social aspect of it, but it's just not a big fan of grilling.
See those skinny ass ankles just peering through the bottom of the dress
when the men
looking
come
like
in,
Chihuahua legs.
When the men come into the house, like the boys out back, just go around to the back, open the gate. But us women just talking in here.
No, okay. I'm all down for the social aspect. It's just grilling itself, like it's man.
I get it.
I mean, when you grill for yourself, it's much different, though.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's nice.
Yeah, I'm grilling.
I mean, I like cooking food, but like
it's not the same.
No, it's not the same. But I like cooking food.
Yeah, I usually let like other people do the sides and everything else. But give me the meat. Give me the meat. and I'll take care of the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm learning too, so Ed, I'm not faulting you, Ed. I grilled back in the day, and I was absolutely horrible at it. Now that I have my own place and I can grill whenever I want to, I'm getting much better at it. So
I'm not saying I'm horrible at it. I'm not saying I'm bad at it.
I'm willing to bet. If you've only done it twice, I'm willing to bet you will suck at it.
You will suck at it
because that's the normal way it is. The first few times you start grilling, even if it's been a while, you just fucking suck at it.
Yeah, you'll burn everything. It won't be good.
You burn, you undercook. Yeah.
You don't realize like you got
there's a lot of tricks to it. There's a lot of there's indirect grilling. It was a big game changer for me. That understanding a lot of things. So you're right about what did our parents do? You know, what did they watch? We have YouTube at our disposal. I don't know because there's so many. Like I went down every summer, and it'll happen again. Every summer, I'll look up something, and then I'll go down a rabbit hole of some kind of like grilling. You know, a whole pig or something like down some even though I can't even I don't eat pork but I've watched tons of videos about how to I know how to grill a whole hog.
You can grill a whole hog any day of the week.
Give me the hog.
Like I won't eat it, but I know.
Speaking of smokers, when people smoke a pig, same thing. There's like a whole thing that you have to do from prep work to the actual smoking.
A lot of appreciation for those guys who do that professional grilling.
Absolutely.
Or professional barbecue, professional BBQ.
No, those competitions, like I know they have like the world, like I know they have national championships for barbecuing and so forth. It's an art. It is not easy. And then you start going into different things like dry rubs versus like vinegar base versus like regular barbecue, and you know it's really an art to it. And my hats off to them. It's not easy. People think like, oh, you just throw some meat on a hot grill and that's it. No, like you burn the shit out your stuff. I even learned how to even clean the grill. I used to be the type of the person who used to literally clean the grill I'll take the grill off, put it in water, soak it, scrub it. Another guy I learned that apparently you just gotta turn up the heat, turn everything to ash. You just scrape it off. And then you keep it in everything that's on there afterwards. If there's some little bit of ash afterwards, that's flavor. That's flavor. Just throw that flavor on.
But it just goes away. Also, one thing that I learned too was not, and I had to get a new one, but basically when you're cleaning, don't use a wire brush.
Yeah, I stopped.
The shitty ones, because I guess a lot of people get that shit cut in their throats.
Yep.
So the best one is just use like a onion and use that to scrub.
Yeah. So or use a scour, like a scour pad.
Scour pad, just nothing that has little pins on it, because that shit ends up being in like food and stuff like that.
I stopped doing that. They said during grilling season, that's one of the top reasons people go to the hospital, that they get the little metal pieces in their body, which is crazy. You think that, oh man, it'll stab you in your mouth before you swallow it, but
no,
apparently that's not the case. So I've stabbed myself in my hand. That's not. Yeah, it's not. It's very painful. So.
Well, enough about what the men were doing. Let's find out what the kids. Let's find out what the kids were up to at undergrad. You see anything?
What were you up to, Dark Side?
I was grilling, but did you catch any movies recently, buddy?
Well, from my understanding, I think two of us actually saw this movie that you claim is for kids.
I didn't even bring up the name of the movie. I don't know what you're implying.
Oh, what other movie? What other movie could we be talking about?
I don't know. What did you see this weekend?
Yeah, what did you see?
So what I saw a few days ago, I saw Sonic 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Wow.
Yes. And my expectations were in the middle.
Okay.
And I was very, very shocked how good it was. It's definitely better than the first one.
Definitely better than the first one. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the first one was good too, but the second one was like, oh wow, this is actually they definitely stepped up their game. It's really good.
Okay. Now, were you prepared to walk out of the theater if this movie wasn't good? If it was a typical video game to movie, live action movie?
I would have stayed. Like I said, I had mid expectations. I'm mature enough to that for something like this, time is money, and I'd spend money on this to see it. So I want to get all video vehicles bad. I want to see what's going on. Okay. To give a solid opinion about it, I wanted to see the whole thing. So, and pleasantly surprised, It's good, better than I expected, better than the first one. Even though the first one was good, this was better.
You said that same thing.
Yeah, I know you said it twice here.
Yeah,
yes, I did.
How is it better? What did you like about it?
Yeah, tell us about it.
The story, it's kind of loose compared to the actual video game, which is fine. But the story is actually pretty solid. Jim Carrey is great. When Jim Carrey was first announced to be Dr. Robotnik for the first one, I was like, okay, this is not what I expected, but I'm a big fan of Jim Carrey. Let's see what he does. He was good in the second one. I was like, okay, fine. And the third one, well, there will be a third one. And the second one, a lot better. Like, Jim Carrey is really good. This is probably one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies.
Now, will there be a third one is the question with Jim Carrey in it.
Favorite Jim Carrey movies?
This is one of my top 4 Jim Carrey movies.
This is in the top
Better than
4?
The Mask.
Top 4. No, Mask is
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura. That's
Mask
3.
Is
That's
Mask
3.
Is number 1.
So,
Mask is number 1.
I mean, Batman and Robin, or Batman Returns.
Oh, that Batman and Robin is not even in.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Liar Liar. Did you ever see Liar Liar?
I saw part of Liar Liar.
Cable Guy.
Cable Guy. I saw part of Cable Guy.
What's the one where he?
What's the one where he's? Where he's
that scary movie that he made.
No, what's the one where he was a serious
23.
movie?
That's a scary movie.
No, not that one. The one where he's being taped and filmed in every part of his life. Truman Show.
Oh, Truman Show.
Bruce Almighty.
That's a great movie. Yeah, Bruce Almighty. I've seen
Bruce
once.
Almighty. No,
Bruce Almighty's
the
good.
one where he's trying to delete his memories of his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, Eternal Sunshine, or Eternal Spot.
Eternal Sunshine.
Eternal
Sunshine.
I didn't see that
Yeah.
one. So anything like of a serious role that he's been in, I've not seen.
So you like his
But this is top
you
3.
bypassed a lot of good.
I said top
Carrey.
4.
Top 4. Okay,
Hey,
so
it's-
this is
it's-
top
hey,
4.
this is-
The only
So
ones
this would
that-
be the fourth
only
one?
ones I haven't seen has been the serious ones that he's done, which has been 2. So I've been seeing.
You haven't
Eternal
seen
Sunshine.
Truman Show?
I've seen Truman Show.
Okay. He's
Wait,
good at
so
Truman
how
Show.
would you rate your top Jim Carrey movies from 1 to 4?
I couldn't even it'll take me a minute to actually do that, but I know the first.
Okay, what
one
would be number 1?
Well, you firmly said it was
I said
4
The
though.
Mask. Yeah, top 4.
So
Yeah,
number
okay.
1 is The Mask.
I think what
Yes.
they're saying. I think they're saying. I think what he's saying is that since you can say it's in your top 4, that you've.
What are the
obviously
top
thought,
3?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the top 4. Okay, so the top 3 would be The Mask. No one can top The Mask. Number 2.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm not really.
In
crazy
my
about it.
opinion,
wrong
no
opinion.
one can top The Mask.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
in my
bud.
opinion.
Sure.
The second one, I would have to say Dumb and Dumber, and the third would have to be Ace Ventura.
Okay.
All right.
Is Ventura 1?
The first one.
Oh, okay. I really like the second one.
I
It's
really
all right,
like the
but
second one.
the first one.
But I think number 1 for sure has to be Dumb and Dumber. You cannot top Dumb and Dumber
Dumb
as
and
Jim
Dumber's
Carrey.
Like
very
I
good.
said, for me, my opinion,
It's
the
his
first
opinion,
one
guys.
is The Mask.
Bitch ass
So.
opinion.
Hey, my opinion.
People
If you don't like that, I got 2 words for you. So,
Well, I believe the reason I brought up he won't be in a third. I don't think, because he said he's retiring, right?
yeah,
Did you read that?
Yes.
yeah, he's possibly retiring. So, I mean,
Oh, it's not confirmed.
it's
not-
Well, the
this
way
is
they ended
his
the
last
movie.
role.
No, but I'm saying the way they ended the movie, they can easily not have
Oh.
him in the next movie.
Yeah.
They
Oh.
left it open ended where he can or can't be, and it still would make sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's
Yeah.
should we give it away or
Go ahead. I mean, this
Yes,
is Blrd
give it away.
podcast.
I
We
mean,
are
Sure,
talking
you
about
guys
Blrd.
want to
it's
get your
actually a good
minds
movie.
blown
It's actually
by
actually a
the
good movie.
twist of Sonic
Yeah.
the Hedgehog?
Does it enter the Archie universe?
Yes, of
Almost.
course. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
The only
what
thing that was missing from this movie was Rogue the Band,
that
which
might
is-
happen.
Rogue the
gigantic
Bat.
titties. That's
That's all. Well,
that's-
that's all great tuner.
Rogue the Bat. I'm gonna have to look that up for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at
because
that.
remember how people there's a lot of
Keywords have been said
very
here.
special people that are obsessed with drawing Rule 34 Sonic.
Mhm.
One of the main
My
characters
goodness.
that keeps popping up is Rogue the
Rogue
Band.
the Bat.
And Ed, you have to agree with that.
Good. Googly moogly.
See what I mean?
Yeah,
Even if you don't put anything back, just put Rogue the Bat. And if you scroll down,
no. I hit Rule 34 in 2 scrolls.
No, I didn't. I didn't put Rule 34.
Rule 34 in 2 scrolls.
I literally
God
just
bless
put
America.
in Rogue the Bat.
Yeah, just put Rogue the Bat.
I scrolled
scroll
one time,
and you'll see.
And the first, literally, like 5 images in is Rule 34.
Yeah,
like, how's that even kid friendly? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like these weirdos out here. I'm not trying to kink shame, but they have taken over the internet. Like kids can't.
I've not heard of Rogue the Bat. Which Sonic is Rogue the Bat in?
So Rogue the Bat is from Sonic, the Dreamcast era, Sonic Adventure.
So where does that fall in the lore of Sonic? The Rogue the Bat.
Yeah, please tell us more.
Tell us about the lore of Sonic.
Is from Sonic Adventure 2, back in the back when the Dreamcast was around.
Okay.
So
what's her thing? She can just fly. That's it. That's her power.
No, she doesn't fly. She actually glides like
a prostitute, right?
Like Knuckles. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, she is.
Wait, like Knuckles? That's all it is. It's just Knuckles.
It's just a
power.
Basically, yeah. She doesn't fly.
Oh, that's lame. I thought she could fly because of her wings.
No. How do you know so much about Rogue the Bat but don't know where she's from?
Because you know why.
He's
it's all over.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not very good at the lore part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Green Tuner is a huge fan of Rogue the Bat and Sonic.
Of course,
we all are. We all are.
We all are. Just because I have one of those pillows with the image? What are they called?
Body pillows.
Girlfriend pillows. Oh, body pillows. Just because I have a body pillow of Rogue doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything whatsoever.
So Rogue the Bat was in the movie or not?
No,
the Bat was not.
But everybody else was apparently.
No, not everybody.
Else
not everybody. But there is a possibility that she could be in the third one possible.
It seems like they're bringing all these characters in because they have at the end, and spoilers for anyone that's listening.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Shadow is shown at the end.
Shadow.
Shadow. Yeah.
Wow. Is that like
Shadow the Hedgehog?
Mid credit scene?
No, at the very end.
At the very end, Shadow shows
up.
Mid
credit scene.
Yeah, mid credit. Yeah, sorry, mid credit.
Shadow. Yeah, they're pulling in all the Sonic Adventure 2 people in.
And they're missing his most iconic feature of Shadow.
Black?
Being the guns. No guns on the
he doesn't have guns?
No, he's
technically
gunless.
Shadow didn't have guns in Sonic Adventure 2. He had guns in his own movie, or not movie, his own game that didn't do well.
Now, will he be voiced by Kevin Hart like I want him to? No?
Knuckles was great.
Amazing job.
Yes.
Amazing
Very
job
shocked.
from Idris Elba. I thought it wasn't going to work out, even though I saw the trailers. Very good. Very, very, very
Which
good.
is crazy because you would think. I remember when Idris Elba was first announced, right? Everybody was losing their shit. Like, how is Black? How is, the true fans were losing their shit.
The ads of the world.
The ads. He was like,
no,
how can a Black
race swamping?
Yeah.
Race swamping.
Yeah, you were complaining about the swamping. Yeah.
You were complaining about the swamping.
I was not.
You said he's not red.
Knuckles is not a race of humans.
What is Knuckles?
Knuckles is an
Ed,
don't do that.
Echidna?
An echidna.
Echidna, yeah.
Yes. I said it twice already.
No, Darkseid tried to. You know what? Hey, I was trying to save you because Darkseid.
What is Knuckles?
He was trying to trip you up.
No, you can't.
I guess I will.
Ed was very upset. Ed likes all his characters to be voiced by white actors.
False.
I know.
So he unfortunately had to.
No, deep false. The only voice actor that I didn't actually like in the beginning was Sonic.
Why?
But
Sonic?
Yeah.
The voice was perfect for Sonic.
Yeah.
I've heard a better voice of Sonic, but
what, like fine. Yours?
Don't you have to be just annoying?
No, I never said I did the voice
Urkel?
of Sonic. No, not Urkel.
Yeah,
there's one that was I forgot what it's called. It's
Don't
from
a TV show or a cartoon.
So good he forgot it.
We have the Sonic expert in our crew to pull those deep cuts.
No, the Urkel one was for its time. It's all right, but I find it would be annoying if he was cast in this one.
I thought this Sonic was good. I thought
he was good.
Voice casting of everybody was spot on.
Yeah,
like even Tails. Tails was spot on too. Yeah. Oh, they actually got the voice actor from the games.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
no wonder.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it was cool too because
making it happen.
Go figure.
Sega's making it happen.
No,
Good job.
I'm like Morbius.
Were words never uttered before?
Yeah.
Sega's making it happen.
Yeah, well, Sega couldn't do it in consoles. Sega couldn't do it with video games.
That's just what I was.
Hey, they're making it happen, baby.
Go
Good
figure for them. That the only game company that sadly failed to make a decent movie is Sega.
Yeah,
I'm just glad.
Literally, it's I think one of the most faithful and entertaining like video game movies that's been around.
Yeah.
Which one?
Sonic. Both Sonic.
Oh, Sonic. Okay.
Yeah, they're true-ish. I'm sorry, to the source.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And remember what we were saying about Dragon Ball, where we wanted it to be more anime-ish and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't skimp on the goofiness of the Sonic movies. Like everything was otherworldly. Sonic even made the stupid spinning sound when he turned into like a little ball.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Tails had like gadgets. He was piloting the little airplane.
Yeah.
Knuckles was like super strong, using his knuckles to like climb walls and stuff. So they literally embraced the goofiness of the characters and made it work in the movie.
And oddly enough, Knuckles had like the best funny lines too, because
he's a comedic, like serious deadpan delivery guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's unaware of how funny he is because he's so serious.
Right.
Yeah. And they took like bits and pieces of levels from Sonic 2 and 3. It wasn't in order, but you can tell like Mushroom Zone, Green Hills, Ice Cap, I forgot the other one. Yes, I know these things. And the ruins in the Labyrinth Zone. It was all there. Didn't look exactly like the levels, but you can tell, okay, this is Ice Cap Zone. He's going on the snowboard and all that stuff. Yeah.
The end fight was literally
better
Sonic,
than,
all of them against a giant mecha. Robotic, straight out of the
from
video
the games.
That's
like
awesome.
with the mustache and the pointy nose and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was insane. Cool. I was like, holy shit, this is insane.
Yeah, and we got to see. This is a big spoiler. We got to see Supersonic.
I was gonna say, how hard did you cream when you saw Supersonic in there?
I was surprised it happened because
how can they do that when they only showed one Chaos Emerald at the end of Sonic 1?
Well, that wasn't the Chaos Emerald. That was the Master Emerald. And
the Master.
Oh, that was the Master. I thought that was just one of the Chaos Emeralds. I thought
they were all contained within it. All the emeralds, Chaos Emeralds were contained within that big emerald.
Dumbass.
Yeah, apparently I should have known that. Yeah,
should know that, fucking idiot.
Stupid man.
Stupid.
Why can't you enjoy kid movies like me and Ed?
Apparently.
Obviously, that was the Master Emerald.
When I saw the movie, when I got to go see it, it was like early in the morning, and it was fairly a lot of people in there, and it was only I'll have to say one kid. Everyone else was like had to be around my age in there.
A bunch of losers like us.
Yeah,
I don't know. There are losers. Like there are people wearing Sonic shirts, a business suit.
I think losers.
A business suit? No.
Yeah, just because you wear a business suit.
That's describing
a loser.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a loser, bud.
That's creepier than the guy.
Yeah, and that's actually a little disturbing. Yeah,
I'm gonna be
that's
honest.
someone like
If I saw a guy
come in with my top hat and twirling a cane.
Yeah, what time was this? You said early. What time?
This was like 9:00, 9-10 in the morning.
Yeah, that's creepy, dude.
I would have gotten up and gotten out of that theater as soon as possible.
No, people probably got to work later or something like that. Like I work later.
No,
Ed was just like, sir, he's tipping his hat at his fellow patrons.
I'm gonna tell you, in the real world, people who wear suits are not going to see Sonic. Especially, was he by himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody in a suit is going to see Sonic at 9:00 in the morning and talking about, well, just got done seeing Sonic 2. Time to go to my real job now. And,
hey, I went to work after I saw Sonic, so never know. I actually had the opportunity. That's proving my example even more.
Anyways,
what's wrong with seeing a movie early in the morning before work?
9:00.
Nothing.
That's
nothing.
That's fine. No, you're fine. Yeah, it's fine. Anyhow,
seeing Sonic at 9:00 in the morning in a full suit, it's a little bit odd.
It's weird.
Strange.
It's strange.
It's a little odd.
Hey, maybe he's just a Sonic fan, and that was his opportunity to go see the movie, so he took that chance and saw the movie.
He probably wasn't wearing a suit. He probably was wearing just like
He was wearing
like
a nice
button.
navy blue suit with a tie. It was had to be a white guy. Maybe he was Irish.
A navy blue suit.
Yeah.
With a tie.
Yeah.
What the
maybe
hell?
he was. Oh, maybe
What's wrong with
was a tie like brown? Was he trying to dress in a suit?
I think it was
was he doing a
colors.
Sonic cosplay?
Yeah, Sonic suit cosplay.
Was it a red tie?
I mean, I didn't ask him like, dude, nice suit. What are you doing? I
mean,
didn't
honestly,
have a
guys do that.
conversation with him.
Honestly, guys do that to you. So why can't you do that?
No.
Didn't the guy say?
I just noticed like there was people there, and there's one person happened to be wearing a suit. Like, oh, okay.
Like Phoenix Wright? Did he look like Phoenix Wright?
Right? Yeah,
Yeah, he's an Irish guy, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know.
Objection.
Just a Sonic fan.
Yeah.
Just a Sonic fan.
Sure.
But anyways,
totally fine, man. It's weird, but I mean, you could have went up to him and said, "Hey, man, your suit
I'm not gonna
looks
go up to
majestic.
someone and say, "Hey,
Your suit was majestic."
No,
and you know,
we didn't have a conversation. I just
He
noticed.
would have ravaged you.
So he went up and sat in one corner of the theater. You went up and sat in another corner of the theater. A mother and her children came in. She looked up and said, "No.
No.
That's why there were no
We'll wait
children
for the
there.
next showing."
Yep.
It was a fair amount of people there for an early morning show, and
All right.
only one kid. So,
I didn't know they played movies that early, 9 in the morning.
Yeah, 9 in the morning. That's really
well,
early.
I'm not
They
gonna
do
say
for
the
kids.
theater I
For
went
kids
to.
movies, they do
No, it was
Oh.
a
9 and 10.
matinee.
Yeah, because
That was
most
matinee.
movies, the earliest I always see it's like noon or something.
Noon or
like that.
1,
Oh,
yeah.
The earliest, the theater I go to, the earliest I've been there before Sonic was 10:30. So
Yeah, no. Kids movies are shown early for sure. I know.
Hey, I mean, that's what
Okay,
it
that
is.
makes
man.
no,
That's cool.
I guess Uncharted's a kid movie then too, because it was surely playing.
That's a video game movie, so whatever.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I'm not gonna die on that
I
hill.
would say it
But
is.
anyways, for a kid movie,
Mhm.
it was surely made a lot more money, and heard it was better than Morbius.
That's a low
Did you
bar,
see
though.
Morbius?
Yeah.
I did not see it. I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
well,
man, you're
I'll
a
see it
big
one
super
day.
fan.
But from what I'm hearing, people who have seen Morbius and who have seen Sonic, they said Sonic killed Morbius.
Sure. I can believe that. That's fine with me.
I think that was pretty obvious. That was.
That's
gonna happen.
fine. I mean, you could have told
Now,
me. Like,
members of the
watching
Blurred
paint dry would,
podcast.
you know.
Yeah, please recall a few episodes back Ed's excitement of wanting to see the Morbius movie
Nope.
based on the trailer.
I had mid expectations.
You guys remember that?
I do remember
I
that.
sure do.
Yeah.
No, I
Ah.
had mid expectations for Morbius, and
Well-
I was more excited for Sonic than Morbius. And
Well, we're not saying anything about
We're
that.
not
We're
ta-
just saying
yeah,
that you
we're
were
talking about your
excited
excitement for Morbius.
for Morbius.
I had mid expectations, and I was hoping. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I was hoping to be a good movie because I think Jared Leto has potential, but from what I've
No,
seen
he doesn't.
previously,
When
Hold on,
will people
hold on.
learn that he doesn't have potential
on.
as the lead actor?
hold on.
He's been given plenty of chances.
What
Hold on.
we all
Plenty
saw
of
the same
chances.
trailer, and we
Yes.
all saw the same trailer, and we all had the same reaction except
Yes.
you.
No,
That
I
is
had
true. We
mid
all were like,
expectations.
nah, I'm good.
Mhm.
I had mid expectations because Jared Leto is trying, and we've never seen it's not solo, a Morbius portrayal, a character of Morbius in any Marvel movie.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good
Let's
reason
see
why.
where it
And there's a
goes.
reason for that. And as
Yeah.
soon as they announced
Well,
it, I was like,
yeah.
why? Why are they doing this?
It's like
What's the
having
point?
why-
a solo
why would they-
Scorpion movie.
Oh, it's like
The
having a
villain
solo
from
Venom movie.
from a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's like
Not
having
even
a solo-
Scorpion's
Or
got more to him.
Shocker, or
It's like
something.
Shocker. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
having a solo Venom movie, but hey, people like that.
No,
one.
it's not like having a solo
Oh,
Venom
come
movie.
on!
Venom,
You rip
Solo
out the
Venom.
origin.
Morbius
You rip
is a
out the
B
origin.
character.
Morbius is a different
Someone
story.
said
He's
Venom's a B
B-level.
character too.
He's
No.
a B-level
No,
character.
Morbius is a B-level
Morbius,
character.
you put your
Venom is not.
hold on. Ed
Venom is
Underground.
not a B-level
I
character.
said-
Hold
I
on,
said
Ed
some
Underground,
would say
Venom,
that
and
Venom is too.
Morbius. You
No.
put them at the same level? Hold on.
I didn't say that. I said some would say.
Who?
What
Who
are
would
you
say that?
saying?
What I'm saying? I'm
Yeah, what
saying
are-
that
are they
both
at the same level?
both movies, even though I haven't seen Morbius yet, both movies could have done a lot
no.
lot better.
That's not
What would you say?
not what
Where
he's-
would
what is
you-
a sidestep?
Where would you put Venom and Morbius? Do you think they're both
I would say
B-level?
Venom.
The
They're
character.
both anti-heroes.
The
they both
fact
have
that
their
you
own
have
comic
to
books.
think about
Why
it
you have to think so hard
is
on this?
insane.
They both
Have you
have their own
watched
comic
any
books.
cartoons or anything or read any comic books?
Yes,
It's like
my
me saying that-
introduction to Morbius was the Spider-Man
no.
cartoon back in the 90s.
Right. And
It's
how
like
many
me saying-
episodes was he in the cartoon?
Maybe 3. He was
Two.
in a few. No, maybe.
But no. Can we this will kill the whole argument, right?
Probably
how many memes did you before the Morbius movie? How many memes did you see of Morbius on the internet as opposed to Venom?
I mean, I can't count from the top of my head, but I'm sure I've seen them out.
No,
I've seen a lot of Venom
not,
memes that people didn't like the movie.
Let's be honest.
I've seen videos on YouTube.
You have never seen any Morbius memes whatsoever. But at least you know at least of one.
Yes, I have.
You seen Morbius memes out there before the Morbius movie?
Yes.
You're full of shit.
I seen one. No, I seen one
Dark
movie.
Side.
No,
there's some people who saw the movie.
Yeah, come on, Dad. Come on, man.
He's just trying.
Yeah.
You're just trying to.
There's one meme that
grasping.
I saw. Hold on. There's one meme that I saw with Goku and Vegeta fighting when they met the first time. Goku and Vegeta fighting on Earth. And they're saying we have to find some place to fight where there's no people around. The next part of the meme is they're fighting in a theater with Morbius on the screen.
Yeah, but that's after the Morbius came out.
After the fact,
listen to actually comprehend, not just listen to talk. I said, what have you seen a meme before the Morbius movie? And you said, wait. I know. I did see one. Like, listen, dude. Like,
yes. I've seen the memes before the Morbius movie was released to the public because there have been some people who have seen it before it was released to all of us to see.
Guys, Dark Side, Green.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And this is like he's such a.
But
oh my god!
I just can't believe that he put Venom and Morbius in the same level.
The same.
It's
yeah.
like me putting Magneto
like
and Toad on the same level.
No, but hold on. So you have Morbius and Venom in the same level?
I haven't seen Morbius.
No. We're talking about the character.
The movies.
Why do you guys?
Oh, the character?
The comic book.
Guys, can we move on from this conversation?
That's what we've been talking about.
Okay, let's move on.
He's
not gonna budge.
When they're both saying, well, they're both anti-heroes.
They both have their own comics too.
Ed is not gonna be.
That doesn't matter. Forget it. Okay, let's move on.
It's not gonna be genuine about this conversation, so we'll just move on.
Wow. And Underground thinks that they're on the same level. Wow.
Yeah, let's just move on. Let's move on. He's gonna play dumb for this one.
Didn't say that, but okay.
You didn't say anything against it.
Yeah,
you just said that. You just said that they both are. All right, forget it. Listen.
No. Go ahead.
Let's go.
I know.
Let's go. Let's go.
How are they on the same level? So you think
they both suck? The both movies suck.
Not the movies.
Not the movies.
No one was talking about the movies.
What Creamcast said. Listen to respond to the question, not just to talk.
Not listen just to talk.
The character, not the movies.
Prior to the movies, the Morbius movie, prior to Venom the movie, you will put Morbius and Venom at the same level as enemies of Spider-Man. As far as popularity, people know, but they're well. That's simple.
Thank you. That's all.
That's all we're saying. This literally was not that hard.
How did we all three of us know immediately what was being talked about except you? How come it takes this long and this much explanation?
Creamcast nailed it.
I was saying the movies.
Ed hears, but he's not comprehending. He's just responds.
No, you
did
not
like an auto
response. You did not comprehend.
I did comprehend.
No, you did not, because I said before the movies, I'm like, how many Morbius memes did you see? Yes, and you still said Morbius movie. I saw one. With
and I saw one. Yeah.
But that was before the movies, Ed. How can you?
He said it before the movies. He said it several times.
How can you say you saw a meme with Goku and Vegeta going to a theater? If I say before the movies, there are
memes out.
So people were saying. So people were coming out with memes saying, "Oh, before the Morbius movie was announced, that people were making memes about a Morbius movie."
Yeah, people are making memes about what's his name, who plays Batman. Before the movie's even out.
My head's starting to hurt.
Yes, nobody.
Okay, all right. We'll move on. But let me just say this: there is not a comic book fan alive who, at any point, knew that there would be a Morbius spin-off movie. He's a D-tier Spider-Man villain.
He is
so the fact that we live in a world where a Morbius solo movie came out is beyond the conception of anyone who's a fan.
About when the movie was announced, before it even started filming, there were memes already.
So Sonic 2 was actually
thank you.
Like I said, pretty faithful to the Sonic 2. I would give it
there's still more to talk about, I think, for Sonic 2, because there was a lot that happened.
Like, what else you want to talk about?
parts that were good, parts that weren't good. I know one part that wasn't good was the actual humans that are in it.
The humans are the worst part of the story. Just when you see like the only human that was good was Robotnik, obviously. Like he really, and his goofiness works, and they worked it into the story. Because the thing is, once he was vanished to the Mushroom Kingdom or whatever, he became completely insane. So they gave Jim Carrey, basically they told him, okay, be as crazy as you want to be. And you get pure, unfiltered, crazy Jim Carrey on screen.
That's the best.
But it makes sense because Dr. Robotnik is completely nuts at this point. He's so far gone. It's insane. Yeah, amazing movies. They had him even writing. Remember that little orb machine that he rides in the video game?
Oh, the
he
egg
literally
thing.
Yeah, the egg whatever ship, he's actually writing that in the movie, which is insane. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, where he sits inside it?
Yeah.
He floats around? Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and Knuckles was actually climbing on the walls with his bare knuckles. And Tails actually picked up Sonic to fly. It's actually
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
he flies and everything with his tail and everything. Is insane.
They give all the
Tails is a she?
Tails is a boy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were correcting that, and I was like, "Whoa, you're blowing my mind."
No, I corrected myself because I said she, but it's
okay.
Wow. Well, Tails is voiced by a woman, same voice actress that's played in the video games.
I think that's the only reason why I thought it was always a girl when I was younger, because the voice on is so girlish. I'm like, oh, it's a girl. And Tails, makes sense. But then later on, it's like, no, he's a guy. He's like a small boy. I was like, oh, okay.
I also thought Tails was a girl for like years.
Yeah, same here.
Well, just because Knuckles was a girl back in Sonic.
Now I never thought Knuckles was a girl.
Well, this is before voice acting.
No, there's no way. I never thought Knuckles was a girl.
It's a very masculine looking dude.
Yeah.
Sonic 3?
Oh, yeah, I'm not as big a fan, so I don't know.
Did you own the Knuckles game?
Yeah.
Sonic and Knuckles?
Yeah.
Did you do the thing where you put them on top of each other and stack them? I never got to do that.
I even did like other games that didn't match with it just to see if it happens. But yeah.
Did any of them work?
No, you can actually you can play the special zone, but that's it. But like for Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, it definitely worked. It was made for that.
But not Sonic 1.
No, I tried it.
It didn't go that far back. So just Sonic 2 and 3.
Just Sonic 2 and 3.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
It is pretty cool. Because you can actually find things in Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 with Knuckles he couldn't find with Sonic and Tails. Even Tails can fly. In Sonic 3, he couldn't find it with those two characters.
All right. Amazing. All right, well, let's give our scores just because I know we got other stuff to get to. And come on, we can only talk so much, just you and
I know, but
no, go ahead, continue talking about Sonic.
Right. It's really good. It's really good. I actually want to see it again. It's actually really good. So
yeah, I wouldn't mind watching it again. All right, what else did you want to talk about it since you want to keep on going?
Just the story is really good. I'm glad they brought.
That's so boring. All right,
the characters Sonic and Tails. Go ahead.
He's talking.
9 blurries.
Let him finish.
9 blurries.
How good the story is for the 8th time.
9 nostalgic blurries.
Wow, 9 blurries is very high.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. And I get this based on enjoyment. As long as you know you're not going to watch The Godfather, or you know what I mean, some masterpiece movie. As long as you know you're going to watch a goofy kids movie, it's really good. And
well, I would say I'm actually giving it an 8.5.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that wedding scene kind of like took me out of it.
Yeah, the human. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I wasn't even thinking of the humans. With the humans and everything, I think it's probably like an 8 because of the humans. If they had no humans, it would have been for sure a solid 9.
Well, I don't think no humans, just what they were putting them through. Like, I really don't want to say that.
I think it was a nice break from everything, so it helped pace the movie out a little bit because you can't just have pure action. You need those slow moments with the humans to kind of let you, settle in. So, yeah, good movie.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Right on. All right, so somebody said they needed to showcase something thick and heavy.
All right.
I'm not doing that.
Step
I'm
back.
not doing that. You have to sub for that. But go ahead.
Creepcast, you got anything to show or
are we still talking? Hello?
Yeah.
Are we still talking about Sonic?
Come on, snap out of it. Come on.
No,
The Sonic talk is over.
You should really see it.
No,
all right, whip it out, Creamcast.
I'm not gonna lie. I was really looking forward to seeing the show until you started talking about it, and now I'm definitely gonna bootleg it 100%.
Hey, it's doing better than Morbius. It's made more money than Morbius.
Ed,
I like how that's his barometer.
Why
Morbius.
why are you going to that like I have any stake in Morbius or care about Morbius? It's like saying
I'd be surprised if you put it up against like Spider-Man. Then I'd be like, oh my god.
Yeah, like
I'm saying that
I don't care about
both
Morbius.
Sonic movies have done better than two comic book movies.
Morbius and which other one?
Two
Birds of
Sonic
Prey.
movies have done better than several comic book movies.
Well, when Sonic 1 came out, I think Birds of Prey, or was around the same time, did better than Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah, but we're talking about like bottom of the.
Yeah, like why
No,
are you
yeah.
comparing?
We're
you're
not even
comparing-
coming close to the best or mediocre superhero movies.
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying for the haters out there, for the Sonic haters,
Yeah, take
both
that.
movies are pretty good.
Yeah, we did better
I'm
than
just
Birds
saying,
of
take that.
Birds.
Take that.
Birds of
Better
Prey.
than Birds of Prey, all right?
Better
I'm
than
saying,
some
hey.
really shitty movie.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I guarantee you,
Both.
nobody's sitting here dying on some hill. Birds of Prey and what was it, Morbius being the best movies of all time.
It was better than Morbius, wasn't it?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, you're not gonna get any pushback.
yeah,
from
no,
anyone.
like I can
Just
say
saying for the
nobody's
both movies came
but
out the same
no one,
time.
but no one cares. Like I think you care about it, but no one actually cares. Like we make fun of Sonic only because you care so much about the Sonic franchise and its
I know
deep
that
story.
too.
But the thing is that usually like, it's better than Morbius. Nobody here is saying like, "Oh my God, Morbius is the top movie of all time, best Sony movie."
All I'm
No one
saying
cares.
is you guys are hating on the movie, but it's doing very well. And
No
it's
one's-
a very well written movie.
Who's hating on it?
You guys.
Who's you guys? What?
On the
why-
movie?
I never even saw it. I can't even
I
hate
like
on
the
it.
movie.
we
How am I
don't-
hating on it?
Creamcast and Darkseid.
How are we?
Oh.
What did I say that? What that
I didn't
was
say anything
hating on?
about it.
Yeah.
Because
what do you
I
mean,
like
you
it,
people?
just Sonic lore.
What did I say though? What did I say that was hating on it?
Because I like it. You guys are like,
No, that's not.
hating
Once
on it.
again,
No.
listen
What
to
did they say?
comprehend. I said, what did I say to that? What made you think
Why do
I
you
was
do this
hating?
to yourself, Edgar?
I don't know
Why do you
why.
do
It
this?
was-
Because he just
I
says the
give
same
it
thing.
an 8.5.
All right.
Nothing
All right.
to do with the
Damn,
question.
like
All right. Let's move on.
my brain is like
that
literally
answers
fried.
nothing.
Blurred
You might as
listeners,
well just say apples are red as a response. It has the same amount of
Blurred
Apples
listeners,
are red, baby.
Hey, they're
Yeah.
great, too.
validity.
Y'all-
I like the way he says it too. It's like
Yeah.
he's
Apples
like,
are
hey,
red.
if you disagree, apples are red. But
Just
touche.
wanna let you know.
Yeah.
Get him.
I'm just saying.
Blurred listeners, I just want you guys to listen to this. This is you think Ed is probably just trolling and just showing out for the podcast. This is him in real life. Like
False.
this is how when we literally talk to him in real life, he will say this exact same thing. You're like, man, I really like Benihana's. We was like, you know what? But Panda Express though, it has noodles. You're like, what?
Am I wrong?
Am I wrong?
Am I wrong?
That's
what
it has noodles. It's like, Ed, it has nothing to do with what I just
I
said.
like to troll.
It's not, you're not
Troll.
Yeah, sure you do, buddy.
no. This is not trolling. This is literally you thinking. Anyhow, my big reveal for the Blur podcast for those who are PC gamers who actually
Ooh.
like PC games, are part of the PC Master Race.
Mhm.
This is for you guys.
PCMR?
Yeah, PCMR, 100%. You know, something came in the mail today, or not today. Was it yesterday? Something came in the mail.
Oh, I know
yesterday.
what it is. I know what it is.
Do you know what it is? It's big. It's
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
Oh no. A virtual
Yeah.
It's the Steam Deck.
Steam
I
Deck.
can't believe
Yeah.
it.
Steam Deck. Not that
Damn.
big. Wow. I thought it would have bigger.
It's
Can we
actually
get a-
is pretty big. It is. It's a
Oh,
chunky-
maybe it's just a.
Can-
Okay,
can we
yeah.
get
All
rid
right.
of
It's
this
okay.
system?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
when you
Yeah.
put it, yeah, it was,
To your head. Yeah.
yeah, it's forced perspective. When you
Yeah,
see
that's
the
true.
perspective, you see that's actually much bigger. But
That's so cool.
yeah, I finally got my Steam Deck. Right now, they're selling for online for all the resellers. I was tempted, really tempted to sell my Steam Deck, Right now, they're selling for the.
And you have a Founders Edition, right?
Founders 512 gigabyte edition. It is roughly about. They're selling at one point. They were selling for $2,000.
Ooh.
And then they were reselling. Now they kind of went down a little bit to $1,500. Now you can get them for $1,400 to $1,200. But nice. I was tempted because it's literally almost a quick double up on what I paid for it. I was like, I'm about to go on some trips soon, and having this on plane rides and what else, times I'm in the hotel just chilling. This will be nice to have just to play some video games or what.
Have you turned it on yet, or is this the first time?
I've turned it on. I have turned it on. I have done many.
How does it perform?
It performs very well.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. Actually, it's really good. It fits really well on the hands. I'm actually surprised.
Oh, it's ergonomic too.
Yeah, so like
that's my only complaint about Switch. Yeah. It's too flat. It's too flat. Exactly. Comfortable to hold it for long periods of time.
Yeah, this one it sits well on the hands. It sits very well. You have these extra buttons. You have the triggers and so forth. I mean, it's a nice console. Let me go ahead and turn it on.
What have you played with it? What'd you break it in with?
So I broke it in with this game called Blrd Fury, which is like a 2D hack and slash game.
2D.
Is that the 2D. Ninja one?
It's a ninja one. Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. I've seen that one. Yeah, it's like almost like Flash animation type, right?
Yeah, exactly. It reminds me of there was another game that I used to love back in the day. I forgot the name of it though. It was another 2D hack and slash on, I believe, the Wii. But yeah, here's the startup sequence for it.
There it is. Man. There's this Steam
right in.
Yep. So.
Yeah. Crazy Taxi.
Crazy, yeah. I played some Crazy Taxi on it just to get used to it a little bit.
Is it touchscreen or just?
Yep, it's touchscreen.
What is touchscreen?
Yep. So
now, is it available for purchase?
Or is it one? Or it is?
Yeah, you can.
You can still get them, or are they still out of? They're not.
Well, you can't get them like immediately. Yeah, you can't get it immediately. When you buy it, if you buy it now, you probably get it around fourth quarter of this year.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, so you still have to wait a couple months out.
I'm not gonna wait for that.
I put mine in the day of that it was announced, and I initially was gonna get put in Q1, and then it got delayed, and I got pushed to Q2. So.
Oh, it says right here, yeah, reservations.
Yeah, reservations.
Oh, it's an SSD.
Yeah, it has an SSD slot available. So right now, I mean, my internal memory is 512, but you have an SSD slot that you can put into it. Sound is incredible. There's a lot of games in here that are not necessarily compatible with it. So for right now, like I have, let's see, what games that I downloaded a whole bunch of games into it. So I put Crazy Taxi, Hollow Knight, Blrd Fury, Chasm, Plague Incorporate, Drifter, Dead Cells, Cuphead, Blasphemous.
But these are all 2D games that could run possibly on a Switch.
Listen here, bitch. I'm about to get to
Put Crisis on there on Ultra.
I was just outside Crisis.
I have
Crisis.
Yeah, I have Death Stranding on it, Subnautica, and then that's all I can see right now on the quick screen. So yeah, I'm starting to put some 3D games on it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, for the most part, like playing it was smooth. Now, so the cool thing about the Steam Deck is that it will tell you what games are compatible with the Steam Deck. So there's games that have already been tested. They already work perfectly fine. Good right out the box. There are some games that have limited capabilities. Like they can work. It may not be the greatest experience. Then there's some that have not been tested. You can still download it and try it on your Steam Deck. You don't know if it'll work just because Steam hasn't gotten to them yet. I mean, Steam has a crazy amount of games in their library. So to test all those is probably going to be still years out before they test every single game to see if it's compatible with the Steam Deck and whatnot. But
have you tried playing PlayStation Plus or Game Pass on there?
No, I haven't played any games on it yet. I haven't played anything else. So the cool thing about the Steam Deck is that you can have the Steam program on it, like typical like desktop. Then you also have Steam OS as well, which acts like a desktop browser, which is really, really cool about Steam. And it's one of those things that you just don't expect it to work as nice as it does. The UI is really really good, but it just works. It's a great system. So right now I'm switching to the desktop mode, and you can put Windows 11 on this right now. There are people that run plenty of emulators at the moment for the Steam Deck, so they've tried everything from from all the way from regular Nintendo to the PS3, PS4 era, and PS3 doesn't work as well. As we know, it has really crazy architecture. But PS2 games and below work perfectly fine. But yeah, like you see here, I have just like a regular. It's kind of hard to see. So
the desktop, I see it.
Yeah, it's a desktop interface. So like you can connect, any peripherals that you have, mouse, keyboard. If you want to put in,
what OS does it run?
Steam. So the Steam OS.
Steam.
Yep.
Oh.
Which I'm assuming is just a regular Linux-based OS, right? So yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And like I said, you have your touchpads on the side, which work perfectly fine. It's just really really cool. It's a mini computer for sure. And I was talking to some coworkers about this recently, and I tell them this is what Switch could have been if Nintendo would have stepped up and put more technology into the Switch. But Switch, I mean, Nintendo knows their audience. They know people are not caring about, like, the majority of people who will buy a Switch are not caring about having a handheld PC. They want to play games, have fun, have the little dual remote, have two remotes so two players can play. They know their audience. So, while I do say this is a better Switch and that Nintendo could have done this as well, I think Nintendo had every capability to be able to do something similar to this. Maybe not as much as a technical aspect.
We're expecting like a half measure to that, at least.
Well,
you know what I mean?
They stopped being performance oriented since 64, right? That was the last time they were worried about having like a high performance machine.
Yeah. They stopped.
Ever since then, it's just been convenience, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. So, with this is just, I mean, just some of the things like with the Switch doesn't have, like Bluetooth, like having Bluetooth capability. Switch doesn't have that. The sound is really good on this.
I heard the speakers are pretty dope on that thing.
The speakers, I mean, it's honestly like I have headphones, or like quality speakers on my desktop. I'm really surprised how well it actually pushes out. Cool. This is, the UI is good. Like I said before, UI is very intuitive, very easy to get used to. As far as, taking on a trip and actually getting some, real life miles on it, I'm probably gonna be taking a trip in the next like 2 months or so. So I'll definitely get a little bit more screen time, with it. While I'm at home, I'm not gonna play as much because, I have my PC. That's what I'm gonna do. But sure. I'm definitely gonna try to put some more graphic extensive games on it. I am going to put a whole bunch of emulators on it and go from there. But yeah, that was just my big reveal, guys. Like, showing you guys my Steam Deck and my founder carrying case and whatnot. So yeah, cool thing.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I do. I have something I can show.
I was gonna say, I know Dark Side also has a review.
Yeah.
I got a couple things, but I'm gonna hold off on a couple other things until I complete a set of things to show you guys. But one thing I did pick up that I thought was really cool was this at the comic book store. This is, you guys see this?
Oh, what the
hell? What the hell?
That's
cool.
This is NECA Toys, and they did a line of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as Universal Monsters. This is Raphael as Frankenstein.
That's pretty
cool.
Nice.
And I've never seen this before. I saw it there, and it had just been released. And the quality, it's like a heavy box. Like the character is pretty detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. And you kind of see on the side they have other plans for other characters.
Yeah,
right.
So you got some interesting ones there. But this is the first one I saw. I thought this was the coolest thing I've ever seen. So,
is this your first NECA, or have you had other?
Is this my first NECA? I'm trying to think of. I think it might be.
Oh,
yeah, because there's a lot of NECA stuff I wanted to buy and I haven't bought.
Same thing. I wanted to buy a bunch of NECA stuff, but what they said is NECA is more for display.
Yeah,
So
they're not
major
articulate. Yeah.
complaints is that when you bring it out of the box, there's a good chance when you try to pose it that you'll like snap something off.
Yeah.
Does it have any details on what Leonardo would be or is?
Yeah, I think Leonardo's he's right there. Leonardo's either, it looks like Igor or the Hunchback. And then looks like either Mikey or Donnie's the mummy because he's all white.
It looks like Donnie, right?
Yeah, I can't tell. And then April O'Neil is clearly
for some reason it looks like
Bride of Frankenstein's April O'Neil,
right?
Yeah, April O'Neil.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, I get them all. If they keep going with them, like Casey Jones and Shredder, I'd love to see what they do with them.
Oh, that
would be Shredder.
That would be cool.
Shredder.
I don't know.
Genghis Khan, maybe. I don't know.
Who would be the Wolfman?
One of the mutant
Casey
right?
Jones, I would say, could be.
That's the one that makes the most sense to be the wolf.
I don't know. They're already dealing with animal hybrids here.
That's cool as hell, though.
Bebop,
but I thought this was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
That is really cool.
Just a weird mishmash of like, and I'm telling you, like, if you ever get a chance to see the character, he's so detailed. Like, it's hard to really, but in the face and in like the little clockwork and like the little details on his clothes, even like his shoes. If you see, he's got these big glompy boots.
Nice. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's
really
like
cool. Frankenstein would have. It was real cool.
Yeah, Casey Jones, I'd really be excited to see. I mean, I guess I'm certainly doing classic monsters, so they couldn't do something like Jason. So I think that would be the easiest one.
Yeah, that would be the easy. But yeah, they have to go with. I mean, makes more sense to do Universal because they're such classic monsters.
Right.
You really can't.
Yeah. They literally got the rights for the Universal Monsters thing. So nice. I think they're doing a lot of collabs like that. NECA is. Mm-hmm. So that's an interesting.
I think TMNT is doing a lot of collabs. I think I've seen them in like a bunch of other weird things as well.
Yeah, there's so many good, cool looking toys that
I saw.
You can't.
I don't know if it was a toy.
You can't go down there.
I don't know if it was a toy or a concept that a fan did, but the Batman Who Laughs, Shredder and the Turtles is like what do you call it? Not minions, but Shredder basically owns the Turtles, and the Turtles are like all laughing and stuff like that. I've seen that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's a fan or an actual thing.
No, that's fan made.
Okay,
but that'd be pretty cool. Interesting. All right. Well, yeah, that's all I have right now. And I like I said, there's something else I'm trying to collect the last piece for, and then I'll show you guys what that is. But all right.
All righty.
We can move on to something else we watched this week. Halo. You guys want to talk about Halo?
Sure. We can talk about
go for it.
We can talk about some Halo. Has everybody caught up with Halo?
I'm on episode 2.
No.
Okay, so there's 3 episodes out.
4.
No, there's 3.
4.
There's 4?
Yeah, there's 4. One came out today.
One dropped today. Yeah, and have you watched it?
Of course I have.
Oh wow. Okay. So this is interesting. we all know a little bit about this.
No, it's a progression. I watched 1.5. Ed watched 2.
Yep. I watched 3. You watched 4. We're slowly, yes. It's either we're slowly just not interested, or we're it's just an interesting review style.
Well, for me, it just
go ahead.
It feels like I'm watching Sci-Fi Channel, and it doesn't feel like I'm watching Halo.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, the first. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead with your impressions because I'm
when I first started watching it, I was actually really pleased with the quality of at least the first and the other episode. The quality is good. The action is really good. The graphics, everything is really good. The only thing that really dissuaded me from keeping watching the show is, like I told you, it seems that it was going the Boba Fett route.
Yeah.
Where first the helmet comes off.
Yeah.
Second episode, he takes all of his armor off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna take a quick break, and I just never went back to watching.
Okay, so I mean, since we're going down that road, when the helmet comes off, like, all right. I mean, I could have gone my entire life without seeing
the whole episode, though.
Now, let me ask you this: what if I told you, how long would you have been able to go without seeing Master Chief's ass?
Oh no!
And did you see a little bit of his dick there?
What?
Creamcast?
I cannot say that
I was shocked how much they were showing. I mean, at least
you saw some Master Dong.
Yeah,
I was like, I had to stop and be like, is this for kids or not? Like, clearly it's not. Clearly
I have a quick question.
I don't think there was.
Did it have a little helmet?
No, that's not. I mean, no, but Creamcast. Correct me if I'm wrong though. The scene where he's completely naked, we're seeing him from behind. It goes on. It's not a quick scene. It goes on for a while.
It goes on for a while.
They keep cutting back to that scene.
Nice ass, by the way.
He's got a great ass.
Yeah, great.
But
he's facing kids.
He's facing a mirror, right? And they've positioned the camera at an angle where the seam of the actual mirrors are blocking his actual junk.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like they're like the director's like, get me as close as possible.
I mean, we did see pubic hair. There was pubes, and then it was like really quick cut.
What the heck?
You can only see the start of the shaft.
Yeah. And the thing is, they actually
tease for part 5, I guess.
Yeah, and actually, what they did was they took the camera and they went in between his legs. And like you see, actually, Master Chief spread eagle, and a lone cameraman slides underneath his legs.
And then the Halo music kicked in, and I'm like,
you were right in between his balls.
An odd choice for sure.
I mean,
from a direction.
I mean, the series starts with like child death. The brutally
that's fine. The child death. I mean, look, child death is in like fucking Indiana Jones' Temple of Doom.
I know
this is not
this is not the Master Chief I wanted to see.
Yeah, a million years you would have told me that, hey, there's gonna be a Halo movie. I would have been like, okay. Well, the Halo movie, he's gonna take off his helmet. You're gonna be like, oh man, get the hell out of here. We're like, hey, there's gonna be a Halo movie. He's gonna take his helmet off. Then he's gonna take the rest of his armor off. And it's gonna show you his ass. It's like, I can't wait for episode 4. I can't wait.
Episode 4, you do see more ass. There's more bare ass for sure. But at least
it's what the fans want. It's what the fans want. Let's just be clear.
You see female and male ass. So at least they're equal opportunity ass showers.
Wait, are you joking? There's more nudity?
There's a girl in there that with the prophets.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not even talking about that. There's more Spartan female ass.
Oh, is this like the scene from Starship Troopers where they're all taking a shower?
Taking a shower, and they're like, Rico, what'd you use when you be back in the day? Hey, and as you brought up Starship Troopers, I actually watched that movie recently. Great sci-fi movie. Great sci-fi movie of all time. I
love that movie.
I think it's better than Dune. I said what I said.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
but
I said what I said.
Great fucking
movie. Great sci-fi movie of all time. No, so watching the 4th episode, I'm not gonna lie, it's a weird feeling that I'm having with Halo. Halo is, I think I said this before and I'll say it again. We as nerds and as fans of different series, we are very harsh when it comes to series. We are very critical, like, oh my goodness, this is not exactly like the video game. Why is this not like the video game? If it's not like the video game, it's not real. This is not my Halo. This is not my Master Chief. We're like that, and it's sad because this is, I mean, in what world will we, like, Darkseid, you said that earlier. What world, for any true comic book fan, would you have thought that you got a Morbius movie? And what world do you really think you would have gotten a Halo movie? Especially if we would have went back 20 years ago when Halo first came out. Nobody would have thought like, oh man, I really am going to get a Halo movie one day. We knew that video game movies were cursed. Comic book movies were cursed. They were not going to be good. But
hold on. Sega, Sonic. Once we saw the Sonic reveal, people hated it. Sega listened. Sega changed it. Now we had a good Sonic movie, and on top of that, an even better Sonic movie, Sonic 2.
I don't think that's
the only thing that changed Sonic was the visuals.
Yeah, they just changed the looks.
They listened.
They
didn't rewrite the script.
Plot. Yeah, they didn't write the
But they listened.
Sure, fine. What they're going to listen to with this? The series came
Oh,
out.
they're not going to. I know they're not going to. Probably.
But the thing is,
it's
that,
not a CG
again,
Master Chief.
Yes, it's not. It's not. I think there's a disconnect from what you're saying and from what is Sonic and Master Chief. If they would show Master Chief and it was a CGI Master Chief that looked like a stick figure, and they're like, "That's not my Chief," and they changed it, then I'll say yes, that is the equivalent of what.
Look, I get what we're saying. Like, to round out a lot of what you were saying, and you bring up a lot of great points there, Creepcast. Like, we are living in some kind of golden age. I was going to say golden age of video game movies where they've learned enough from the past, and they're kind of like, all right, we have a good Sonic movie, so you claim it's 2 good Sonic movies. I saw the Uncharted movie, and I don't know if I talked about it. I was pleasantly surprised. I had zero expectations for it. I walked in there, and it was not garbage. It was good, and I actually want another one. And I went in there like going like, "Boo! He doesn't look like Nolan North," and I don't like that. But they got things right. It worked out. Sonic worked out. The Halo TV show, for all the weird things it's doing, it's showing us Master Chief's ass and face, and we don't want to see that. But outside of that, it looks technically accurate. You know what I mean? It could be worse. It could be way, way worse.
Oh yeah, it could be.
We come from a world where things could have been worse. This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
We're not there. Yes. We're not in the golden age yet, but we're entering a golden age of video game, Hollywood video game, like understanding where maybe will be where comic books have come. You know what I mean? Have gotten to where video games have been trailing behind. They'll make 50 Resident Evils until they get it right, but they'll eventually get it right. They have to, right? Yeah.
When they get a good Resident Evil live action, people are going to shit themselves because they're gonna say they're gonna be like, "Wow, this is my Resident Evil. This is the Resident Evil I've always wanted." So watching like the 4th episode of Halo, do I get what the fan sentiment of this is not my Halo? To an extent, sure. But the thing is that when we have played Halo in the past, it was a lot of it was through the eyes of Master Chief, and at least for Halo 1 through 3 or 1 through 4.
1 through 4.
We were really in the eyes of Master Chief. After that point, they changed it with 343 Studios picking up what was it?
What's his name? Yeah, Spartan Locke.
Well, they picked it up and now playing it through other viewpoints as Master Chief, where now Master Chief is coming kind of back row. This in the Halo series, Master Chief is the main protagonist for this series, and I think they're doing a decent job of giving us Halo. It may not be the Halo that we're used to in the video game, but at the same time, it's a Halo that we can get behind, and they're doing something new. And it's not like, and I think what a lot of people can't. And I'm not saying give video game shows a pass. I'm not saying, hey, just because it's Halo and we've never had Halo, just say it's good because you guys are some haters. Like, no, I mean, if there's critiques for it, absolutely say those critiques. But I think for what it is, they couldn't make it something like right out of a game where like, you guys remember Doom the movie with The Rock
Hell yeah.
And there was that one time.
Hell yeah, brother.
Remember there's that one
Semper
scene.
Fi, motherfucker.
Yeah, Semper Fi.
The first person scene.
The first person scene.
Hell yeah.
That's what people really want. And like Halo, they want Master Chief just being inside the visor and him just talking to people like, yeah.
But I've said this before. Nobody wants. Yeah, it's true.
There have been first movies.
Hardcore Henry.
Hardcore Henry.
But that Doom scene. Here's the thing: that Doom scene is cool, but nobody wants a whole movie like that.
Yeah, nobody wants it.
That would be unwatchable.
Well in that movie. They used it very well in that movie.
They used it at the right time. It was a cool, like a lot of cool stuff happened there. But what I was gonna say is with the Master Chief thing, about the series focusing on Master Chief. Do you think it's to the detriment that I've noticed this as I was watching it. They're focusing almost too much on. Like they're going too deep into the Chief, and I'm not that interested. There's like a medium. Like I don't want to be too far away from the Chief as the main character, and I don't want to get too much into the Chief as the main character. Yeah. Like I think there's a cool, like when Master Chief is in armor fighting the Covenant. That's some of the cool stuff in that show. But then when every time it leaves that and it gets into this like political. Like planning and scheming and like plot development for things that I'm not as interested in, man, that show loses me so fast.
And that's what I said earlier. Like, well, not this episode, but the past episode. Like, it seemed like it's going in that political route. I'm not saying real life politics, but like in that political route of like, you know, space and humanity and stuff like that. That's
well, I think politics is a big part of Halo, and I think it should be in there. I'm not saying it shouldn't be in there.
Deep into it though, from what I'm.
Well, I mean, when I say politics,
yeah. Go ahead.
When I say politics, go ahead.
I'm sorry. The most interesting thing, even in video games and everything, has always been the Covenant. They're the ones that have the most rich, like, characters, whether it be like how deeply religious they are, and how it's structured, and you know, like the command and everything. It's much more interesting. You're right, than Master Chief. Master Chief is just like who you use to explore what the hell's going on in that universe.
But I think the Spartan program is very interesting to me. The what are the UNMC? I think that the UNMC structure is there was a part in episode 3 where there was a side story of them like this battleship, UNMC battleship that docked with another Covenant ship, and there was a cool action sequence with the Hunter Killer.
Yeah.
With the worms. And it was really cool how the effects were really good in it too. But I could watch I could watch a side series about UNMC Marines, and that would be interesting.
UNSC
Marines. Yeah. I think there's cool stories to be told, like on the fringes of what's happening in the Halo universe. There's cool stories to be told with Master Chief, but this show is existing in this middle, like, dramatic fluff area where it's like I know it's building up towards some confrontations, it's building certain characters towards their like their schemes and stuff that they're doing. That stuff is just boring. And then the dollar store Dave Chappelle, every time they cut back to him, that's the worst. That is the worst.
Yeah,
I just cannot take that character, and I cannot take that world he's in.
Yeah, the whole magical thing is kind of losing me a little bit. Talking about the Outpost, because what they've done is kind of done the opposite of what they would have done for the Covenant, and where the Covenant is multi, because the Covenant is literally like, you know, the UNSC is just humans, while the Covenant is mixed with many different races, with many different beliefs. They have different religious beliefs, they have different power structures, and how they go about their day-to-day interactions with the other races, part of the Covenant. That is what's interesting. The whole magical thing with the human outpost situation is necessary to an extent. It's a nice thing to get Chief more to the human side. Like I like him taking his helmet off. I understand it. Like they want to humanize Chief, because in the video games, and this is just from like different podcasts I've listened to about this, and I have to agree to an extent. You know, when we play the video games with the Chief being us, pretty much.
Yeah.
The Chief is us. That's why the importance of Chief taking off his helmet is important, because we are the player. We are the Master Chief. Like, the decisions that we do, how we play the game, granted, while it's somewhat of a linear storyline, we are the Chief, and that's what the whole game is about to an extent. So it's not important who the Chief is, really, and it's not really, it's not crucial for him to take off his helmet. While this is a medium where since we're watching it, we have to humanize the Chief. So humanizing him is a lot more necessary for the show than it is for the video game. With that being said, I do agree with the plot points are a little bit too focused on Chief sometimes. I really wish we got more into the Covenant more, because like in episode 4 just now, we saw, I think, 0 of the Covenant. That weird white girl that's with the Covenant, we didn't see her at all this past episode. It was stuck on Madrigal and budget store, dollar store Dave Chappelle. And it just kind of sucks, because I really want to know
What's
more.
that actor's name?
Yeah, what is his actual name?
Everyone just keeps.
I'm sure he has a name.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or his cousin or something.
Yeah, it's weird, but
I'll look it up.
But it's just there needs to be a happy medium, and I feel like they're kind of missing it, where Chief is interesting. Now the thing is, I one thing I do care. I think is really cool. Like you were saying, the Spartan program. I'm not gonna. I'll go ahead and spoil it because you guys should have watched it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
One of the
Spartans. Woodbine.
Yep.
Woodbine.
Dave Chappelle. So
stick with that. Stick with that.
Yeah. So the female Spartan in episode 4 takes out her motion controller out of her spine, just like Chief did.
The pellet thing?
Yeah, the pellet thing. She takes it out of her back. Okay. And she starts becoming more human, like starting becoming a little talk back. You know, she's giving a little bit more character.
A little uppity.
Yeah, a little uppity. Like, damn, she's talking about like, you don't give a fuck about us. They're
Does
like,
she have a haircut?
Shit. Well, she does something worse. She dyes her hair. So
are you kidding?
Yeah, she dyes her hair.
Oh, so she's a
what color?
What do you think? What color do you think?
Blue,
blonde,
or green.
Nah, red.
White,
like a red.
Pinkish.
Red.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
That was gonna be one of my other choices.
All this happens
Angry
in one
one.
episode.
In one
Angry
episode.
one.
Yes.
Good blood.
How many piercings does she get after she dyes her hair?
She only gets one clip pierced, so that's it, and the nipple pierced.
Okay. All right.
But no, but it's I'm not gonna lie, it's actually quite interesting. I actually enjoyed watching her because you see her being all rigid, like, you know, I'm a Spartan. I care about Master Chief. Now she's like, you know, I have a personality. I care about things. You get to hear more about the Spartan training of how they became Spartans, like what they actually had to go through. It's really cool. So I feel like I know we're building up. This is only episode 4 out of 8 or 9 episodes that this series is supposed to have. I really am interested into this story for long term. I feel like hopefully over time they get better writers and not even better writers. They just work on the writing a little bit more, set the world, but then I really want a good something to bring the Covenant in, because the Covenant is very I want to see Arbiter. I want to see the Arbiter. I want to see him fighting the demon. Like I want to see that power dynamic and what happens within the Covenant and so forth as the Halo rings are discovered, and we'll see. I don't know.
Well, you're right that they haven't set up it's still confusing to me. What is the relationship between, like, what are the general population? Are they even aware of the Covenant? It seems like they're a rumor or they're like a story. They're not really confirmed like at any point. Like it's like, they keep showing the Covenant just showing up on planets, and like there's a flashback where the Covenant shows up. So it seems it's hard to tell like what the Covenant's like what the threat is that humanity is feeling. Because right now you get the Madrigal thing where it's like human beings are fighting human beings, and the Covenant's like, I guess if you follow the storyline like of the lore, like the fall of Reach is what brings humanity together. It's like when we're on the back foot, you know what I mean?
Right.
We get our ass kicked. And I guess they're leading up to the fall of Reach at some point. But I think that what?
I don't know what they're leading up to. My thought, I don't even know if they know who Arbiter is, because they're not following the games, and I don't know if he's in the novels or anything else outside of the game.
Well, so, he's in the canon. This is the first thing to be out of canon, I think.
Well, this is not canon at all. This is
this is out of canon
timeline. So
yeah,
I didn't even know.
I think it's a very good chance that Arbiter is going to be in it. But I think that it's a slow build. I see the direction they're going in. I can see where they're going. I understand where they're going. They haven't even mentioned the word Halo yet. It's just a ring and it's just a weapon. But you know,
you guys need to watch episode 4. They do say actually.
They do mention the word Halo.
Because they're like, they say something like they're translating the Covenant language, and then they're like, oh, it's the Holy Ring, and they're like, Halo. It's not like just a ring.
And then does the guy, whoever doesn't look over to the screen, go Halo?
Yeah. And then
they finally got the rights to the song.
Yeah, exactly. It's a weird series, and it's in a weird spot. I could understand like how Underground saying it's like a sci-fi show. If you didn't put Halo in it, you would be like, okay, this is just like I was gonna say Space Marine. I'm like, no, this is definitely not a Warhammer.
That would be so cool. Warhammer TV show would be amazing.
It would be the most darkest.
Yes. Put that bitch on HBO Max.
Shit. Like, yeah, if it's not on HBO Max, I wouldn't watch it.
Hell yes.
Yeah, Warhammer. I'm actually listening to documentaries of like the entire lore, and it's absolutely insane.
On YouTube,
it's awesome.
On YouTube, yeah.
Oh
and,
yeah, I've been hours
Yeah.
and hours. I've been gone down that rabbit hole.
That's why when Darkside was saying like the USMC program or whatever, I'd much rather, if it goes to that, see the program for Warhammer, because it is insane how they turn like people into Space Marines, where they literally have to like take your whole body apart and put it back together.
Yeah,
just in order to turn you into a Space Marine.
But the thing is, like, like Warhammer, it's just everybody's a bad guy. Yeah, 40K. Yeah, Bandit.
Yeah, nobody's a good guy.
Nobody, even the quote unquote angels are they're evil too. Like everybody's bad. I forgot those damn robots are called. But
which ones?
He's talking about the AI species.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like angels too. Like they're all like white and gold. Like they start like
the
I forgot
something, right? Tau.
I forgot their name.
The Tau is a different. The Tau is a different group. You're not talking about the Tau.
I'll remember for the next episode. But they're supposed to be the good guys. They're supposed to be like the angels and the good guys.
Did you get to the sex demons yet?
No, I haven't got the sex demons yet.
Yeah, I talk about Slanesh's
Slanesh.
Yeah, I'm literally starting over.
Papa Nurgle.
Yeah, Nurgle. Yeah, there's some really depressing. Even the Wikipedia entries are so depressing. I'm like, good. Man, how am I gonna sleep?
Or like the Sisters of Battle, the nuns.
Yeah.
Where they have like basically babies that have been like lobotomized and turned into like little cherubs that bring ammo to people.
Yeah, they're literally like.
You're talking about you're not talking about the Necrons, the Necrons or the Eldar.
Necrons are the
Necrons are like the Borg.
Yeah,
and then I think you're talking about the Tau. The Tau is what I think.
Okay, that may be it. But yeah, so like I mean, for Halo, keep Halo as it is. I mean, we're doing the Marines and so forth. I want to just let them continue to do what they're doing. Let's see how the first season goes. I think we're probably gonna get a second season out of this.
It's already.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a second season out of this pretty easily, no matter what.
It could get better.
It could get better. I could definitely think it gets better. It's not horrible. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest sci-fi movie of all time or series of all time, but it is definitely decent. It's gonna get better.
Cortana is kind of on episode 3. Yeah, I was gonna say at first, like when in the trailer, I was like, "Oh God, this Cortana is horrible."
Yeah,
but she kind of grows on you in 3, and she's kind of like, "Oh, I could see this being the sidekick character." I'm okay with her being the sidekick character.
And the fact how they brought Cortana, like,
how
they created her,
is
dark as shit.
As shit, and like I was like, "Where are they going with this?" When they were starting to do it, I was like, "Is this gonna be Cortana?" And then they just did that to show you how evil a specific character is, to like where all this stuff comes from. And I do like that the Spartan program and everything associated with it is horrible.
It's absolutely horrible. It's absolutely shit tier fucked up. And it gets worse when you hear season 4, the stuff they had to do to get the Spartan program.
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Yeah, well, that's episode 4.
Yeah. Season
4. Yeah, episode 4. My bad.
He's down the road.
So Bandito Max says, first we need to put respect on Bukim. Dave Chappelle's. Yeah, Dave Chappelle's name. He's Dave Chappelle. He said, you think that they have the budget for that CGI fight? I think he was talking about with
Arbiter. Yeah,
Arbiter.
I was thinking about that too.
They could. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
They do. I mean, the fight so far has
the leads do look good.
Yeah. So if they go with
like I said in episode 3, there's a scene with the hunter killers with the worms.
Yeah, that's
and they did a really like it's like almost Alien, like the movie Alien, kind of a threat, like that was like their people were being picked off left and right by this like
horror
enemy that's everywhere, and like they couldn't figure out where's this thing because it wasn't contained in the suit. They were just released, and it was a cool idea.
I like the fact that they actually didn't show the full suit; they just showed the leg.
Yeah, they showed the leg,
and then
but it makes you think like how the flood is going to be depicted.
That's why I'm super excited about, because I think they've done the creatures like very well. They show the prophets. The prophets have been done very well. I think we talked about it in the previous episode where like I think Ed was like saying like they it looked kind of crappy at one point, and I rewatched the episode and I was like, it's not bad. It's
No,
not
not the
it's not
prophets. Not the prophets. I
What was
thought
it?
like there was some scenes where the
I thought the elites looked weak in the daylight.
Yeah.
That was the thing that
I don't know what it was, like something with the CG. It just didn't look like the money. That was
I definitely thought the CG clashed with the environment in that first scene, but
yeah.
Every time they've shown elites since, they've been better
Well,
in the depiction.
there was even one part where the elite was standing in front of the prophets, just one elite, and it didn't look like, I don't know. It looked like two different. It looked like PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 5.
I want to see some grunts. They need to start showing the other species of the Covenant already.
They don't show anything else.
No, just
No,
the
Grunts
Hunter,
shown up yet?
Elite, and the Prophets. That's it.
That's all
That's
that's been shown.
So pretty much what I saw in like the first episode.
Yeah, which is surprising. They should have shown tons of grunts by now.
Yeah, I really wish that they, instead of doing like the human interaction with the Covenant, I really wish they would have focused more on just Covenant. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That I mean, I don't know what they're gonna plan to do with this girl. I obviously she has a gift of whatever that artifact is. Which I don't even know. We don't even know what it is yet.
No, she doesn't even have any. She's not relevant at all to the plot.
What if?
She has no power.
What if they're related?
Unless I'm wrong.
What if they're brother and sister?
Well, John didn't mention anything about having a sister, so
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, I thought they could be sisters, but in all the flashbacks from Master Chief, he never mentioned having a sister or anything of the sort. But I mean, hell, Dr. Halsey out here, cloning bitches and killing them. So I mean, what else could she do? So we'll see.
Yeah, no, yeah, his origin is definitely more ambiguous in this universe, and we're getting uncomfortably close. Like we're seeing his childhood. Wouldn't be shocked.
Seeing his butt.
Yeah, wouldn't be shocked if we'll get in episode 6. We're gonna get a full on colonoscopy. It's just gonna we'll get to know the Chief real well.
Yeah, while he still has a suit on too, has a built-in colonoscopy option.
Yeah, Cortana's going in.
Yeah, like Cortana's actually is a chip in his dick. Like that's where all the memories at. But yeah, you do see more of like Dr. Halsey being more of a villain, or you're starting to ask more questions in episode 4. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think overall the episodes are going very well. I'll say they're going well. They're going good. They're going.
It's definitely a roller coaster ride for me, man. It's up and down.
They're losing me ever since. I've only seen 2 episodes when I'm seeing Master Chief walk around without his suit and helmet, and that episode was boring.
I say the pace. They need to improve the pace towards the objective they're going towards.
Like 7 episodes.
And I'll tell you one thing: that pellet thing. That when Master Chief took out the pellet thing in episode 3, and then he started to like hear music, and there was a scene where he was on the train and he was watching this couple make out. I'm like, is this dude getting emotions? Are we gonna go through all this, like a whole season of him like crying in the shower at some point? Like, I don't want to see all this. I don't want to get this close to this guy.
Unfortunately, episode 4, you will see him catching.
Yeah, I know.
Episode 5, we see him taking a shower,
catching them feels.
Yeah, it's getting weird. It's getting weird, but we'll see what happens. Now talking about other releases that came out this week was Moon Knight. Did you guys watch?
Palate cleanser.
Yeah. No,
yes.
Let's get Halo out there. Well, before, did we all watch the Halo documentary for 343 Studios and what they've done with Halo?
Unofficial.
I'm halfway there.
Unofficial documentary. It's not unofficial YouTube
video. Yeah.
Video.
But it's really well done. It really does capture the sentiment of what people were thinking of 343 Studios for the past 10 years that they've had Halo. Did you guys watch it?
I did watch it.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah. I watched the whole thing and I did like it. I think same with you. I was shocked at how much I'd forgotten about everything that's happened with Halo and how many times they've screwed up. They've really screwed up a lot.
Yeah.
I remember all these things happening and I guess I was just like forgot it all.
Yeah, I think at the time my love for Halo kind of declined after 3. and I just stopped really caring as much anymore. And yeah, Halo 4. I remember playing Halo 4, but I wasn't like really into the story at that point. I kind of checked out, and then when 343 took over, one thing I didn't realize, and this is something that we discussed previously on the podcast about, what Microsoft is doing, and 343 is literally the byproduct of this, where Bungie grew over time. Bungie was, from a small studio, grew and, created a small game at the time, which was Halo, and then blew up from there and created a well-beloved franchise. And 343 Studios was literally just a whole bunch of people just thrown together in a room and said, hey, make a game.
Make Halo. Make Halo. Not make a game.
Yeah,
make Halo.
Make Halo. Make the next Halo.
Tall order.
Yeah, Bungie's gone. We want you to make Halo now. And,
no pressure. Close the door.
No pressure. Yeah, like, hey, guys, we're gonna put one pin on the table. Fight amongst yourselves. Who's gonna win? And it's just surprising of all the things that they talk about in that YouTube video, which is, I think the video is maybe like an hour or so long, maybe longer than that. It might have been longer.
Hour 30.
Hour 30.
Yeah, it's pretty definitive.
Yeah, but it goes through and it talks about all the things that 343 has done, has changed the story. Where if Bungie had kept Halo, I highly doubt what we have had thus far probably would not have occurred with a Bungie-led Halo game in the future. Now, would it have been? I just don't think it would have been. I think a lot of things that 343 took liberties to do, and it kind of, a good example was somebody said, and just the whole culmination of all of this towards like Infinity and to the Halo series, and I think this is why a lot of people would get upset about it, is that Halo before was strictly stuck to a video game. You got the entire story from the video game. You didn't get the next part of the story unless you played the video game. And what 343 has done, and I'm gonna say 100% 343.
This is a criticism of 5, like the story of 5.
They did 4, right?
They did everything beyond 4. Yeah.
From what I remember.
No, they did everything beyond Master Chief Collection.
No, they did Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, they did it. So did that come before 4 or after 4?
After 4.
Let me see.
Okay, so they did everything from 4 to now.
Yeah, let me see.
yes.
Yeah, 4, 5, Master Chief, Infinite, and then Master Chief again.
Yeah. From what I remember, Halo 3, between Master Chief, the humans, the US, NFC, whatever, and the Covenant, that was dealt with. But all of a sudden,
it wasn't.
They're fighting again.
They're fighting again, right? For no reason.
Which was one of many reasons why people didn't like Halo 4.
Right.
Yeah.
And like the combat system, fighting the AI when they would disappear and go behind you, it was bad from what I remember. And the weapon system, which I remember too, was pretty bad also. Not the look of it. It looked great, but just the weapon system was supposed to be like, in the documentary, it said it was the biggest enemy of the game, which is, I can understand that. But
in the documentary?
In a documentary, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But just like remembering these things, like, yeah, wow, this was actually true. I haven't played Halo 4 ever since the release time. And I remember these things like, whoa, this is why Halo 4 was not that good.
Yeah, so Bungie did Halo 3, ODST, and Reach. They remained involved in the series. But the first game that they actually took over, or that 343 took over, was Halo 4. That was their first game that they took over. And then from Halo 4 on, it was 343 Studios.
So there's a lot of in the documentary, they talk a lot about the story. The story is it's convoluted. There's stuff that doesn't make sense from the first trilogy that just got carried over or did not get carried over. And they also talk about the game. I think the most interesting stuff in the documentary, aside from all the marketing mistakes that they made, was the multiplayer and all the additions that they've made to it. Basically, the idea, and I think the core of the issue that 343 is having, is they're trying to make Halo into an esport level game, and that was they talk with all these game testers and pro players who are testing the game, and they've repeatedly said that don't do this. This changes the game too much. Like I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is what they kept bringing. The mapping of the controls is the same.
Right.
So they're like, it's becoming less Halo and more generic. And 343 is leaning into this more esport type of control system with the game, which is turning people off.
And what it's making it more of a generic shooter as opposed to what made Halo. And like it blows my mind, with Halo, where the main mistake, and I think this is what throwing a lot of people off, and I think this is a huge error on 343 Studios, is that in the game, where this is where most people know Halo, is that Master Chief never took out, he rarely took off his helmet. And if he did take off his helmet, you never really saw his full face. You saw a glimpse of his eyes or his forehead or something like that, but you never got a full facial shot of him. But in the books, he did take off his helmet several times, and there was descriptions of his face and all this other stuff. And I think that's the biggest thing what 343 Studios did to, and then even the show, is that they didn't play any real homage to the fact that Master Chief never shows his face, and then this is big face reveal, blah blah blah. They just kind of show the face and said, "Oh well, guess what? In the books, they show Master Chief's face." And I think that's just a huge disservice to the fans, because most people who play Halo, they play Halo console or video games. They don't read the books. Like, shame on us for not reading the book. It's kind of like a slap in our face with 343 Studios, just kind of like, oh, well, you should have read the books and, blah, blah, blah. And then now we're going to show his face, and that's what his face is going to be. Like, I get why they had to show his face because it's not the same medium, but it's just watching that documentary. And if I get the name of it, I'll definitely shout it out, because it is a good listen, and it was a very well done kind of, like what we were saying, documentary. It's not really a documentary, but a YouTube video showcasing the past 10 years or 20 years actually, but mostly focusing on the 10 years that 343's had Halo and so forth. So I just wanted to add that in because it's something we talked about before we switch over to Moon Knight, and get a good palate cleansing and talk about a show that is actually doing very well. Have you guys seen Moon Knight? Are you guys caught up?
I'm caught up on episode 2.5. No, 3.5. I'm sorry.
There's only 3 episodes.
There's only 3 episodes.
There's only 3.
Oh, well, I'm on half of 3.
Okay, so 2.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here, 2.5.
Yeah.
I was watching it, and then we had to record.
Me too.
I've watched everything. I'm caught up.
Okay, so what do you guys think about Moon Knight?
I'm liking it.
I'm loving it, man.
I'm liking it. Yeah.
I'm really surprised. I'm not gonna. I really think I didn't think I was gonna like Moon Knight as much as I have so far, and I have enjoyed it. Moon Knight is really good. I am enjoying the multiple personalities. I am liking Khonshu a lot more. I like Layla. I like everybody who plays a really good part. And Ethan Hawke, Ethan Hawke once famously said, Ethan Hawke doesn't even know why Ethan Hawke is famous. He doesn't even know why he's famous, because he's not even like the greatest actor, especially early in his career. He wasn't like the greatest actor of all time, but he's really good in this, and he plays,
Ethan Hawke plays Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, like if you said, "Hey, Ethan Hawke just showed up on the set, but he puts glass in his sandals," I'd be like, "That Ethan Hawke, man, you know him." But
yeah, he does he's not a bad actor.
Yeah,
it's just he doesn't transform into any like Gary Oldman does, where he's a chameleon. He can transform into different,
or like a method
people.
Actor.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke is like always Ethan Hawke, no matter what you watch him. Whether you watch him in that horror movie with the family that killed themselves, or you watch him in this, it's like the same guy. He's just, being plopped from one movie and put into another.
He plays himself well.
Yeah, he does play himself very well. I recently was watching Daybreakers, and I'm like, damn, it seems like he went, from that movie as a vampire to this movie. He just has he's very consistent in his acting, but I enjoy him. Like, I enjoy watching him.
I enjoy him too. Yeah.
Which is surprising.
One thing that kind of threw me off is when they do the god. What's the god's name?
Khonshu.
Kanchu.
Yeah, Kanchu.
Yeah, like he looks very like the effects don't look that good. I was actually surprised.
You don't think it looks good?
No, it doesn't. It looks it looks superimposed. It doesn't look like it belongs in the environment that it's in.
I think that's on purpose.
I think it looks fine.
You think that's on purpose?
I think it's on purpose because only Steve or Mark can see him.
Both things are fine.
Yeah.
Both Steve and Mark can see him.
Yeah. But no one else can see him. Not even Ethan. Well, we can't see him anymore. But I think it's on purpose because I've seen better CGI. I mean, like Loki. I mean, that was great CGI. But
yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. Like the CG, like even the suit doesn't look especially that well made.
It does,
or well rendered, I should say.
Yeah, it's
as opposed to other series.
Yeah, it's definitely a few years back looking CG.
I mean, it doesn't detract from how good the show is. I'm just saying,
but I would
the
say
CG isn't on par with other CG I've seen produced by Marvel.
I don't think. I think the only thing I can say did not look good to me is when they were fighting a Jekyll, and it was like when you first saw it, I thought it looked really, the design of it. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm not having that much of an issue with his the costume or the transformation or Khonshu. I think Khonshu looks. I like the way Khonshu looks, and I think they keep him like at a distance or in the dark or in some environment where he doesn't look that artificial. But
there was one where he was talking to Moon Knight and like out in the desert, he was like perched on top of like a car or a cliff or something in broad daylight. And it was very apparent how cartoony or how, not as well rendered the character is.
Yeah. What it reminds me of? It reminds me of like the Eternals, like CG.
Yes, very well.
But the thing is, like the Eternals weren't bad either. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but you could tell obviously it's not on the same level as Infinity War. It's not on the same level as Endgame. But it was still good.
It's not bad CG. It's just because it seemed like they were making like usually Marvel. It seems like they pour a lot of resources into their shows, especially when it's that Disney made show for Marvel. So my expectations on that end was a little bit higher. That was the only thing.
No, I understand 110%. Like I get what you're saying, and I don't have a problem with it. I thought it was decent. I'm more focused. Honestly, I don't even care about seeing him wear the healing armor, as they call it. I didn't know it was called the healing armor, but
the best part so far is when he has no suit on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I mean, Oscar Isaac is a great actor. When he goes from Steve to Mark, I enjoy the transition. Now we have the new personality. I forgot what was the third personality called.
Oh, so there is a third one.
There's a third. You haven't met the third one yet. You're talking about.
I mean, they hinted it.
Is it Garrett? No.
Is it Jake?
Jake?
Is he the cab? Is he the cab driver?
The cab driver. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I mentioned a few episodes back, or maybe the last week, that there was 3, including 4. So including Khonshu. Well, Khonshu's just talking to him, but there's the billionaire, the cab driver, and something else.
The goofball, I guess.
Yeah.
The mercenary.
Mercenary.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, there's a new personality that's coming out, which is the real killer of the 2 that we've known.
Well, you don't know if that's him. Like,
the one that's killing like everybody, that's going overboard with the kills, right?
It's not Mark. It's
not Mark, and it's not Steven either.
Yeah.
I think it's Khonshu. Khonshu's taking control of Mark's body.
Oh, you think so? It might be.
Well, he's done that in the comic book, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean and they're taking liberties, right? They're taking liberties.
Yeah. I mean, there's another personality for him, but Khonshu at one point does control, just take control of the body and do things without Mark's consent, because that's what Khonshu wants to do.
Right.
So that has happened in the comic before.
Well, I mean, I'm interested. I hope that they don't just simply, write it off as Khonshu took over, just kind of how like they did with Mark. Mark, you didn't see Mark as necessarily, Mark didn't come out initially in the first episode. It was just Steve, and then he'll black out. But then we knew Mark was taking over. And I kind of hope that they continue to do this like mystery thing, like, oh shit, there's this third personality that is like a complete serial killer. It's not just Khonshu, murdering people left and right. And it's like, oh, Khonshu, you did this the entire time. But no, this it's turned out really well. Now, do you think that this series has any longevity past one season?
So far, I think it's designed to be a mini series, and I think there's a movie involved in, like, because it's Oscar Isaac. I think this is a bigger deal than
that's what I'm thinking too.
Another series. I think it's designed as a set number of episodes, and I think there's a movie also involved in this.
Now, do you think
I hope there's a movie.
I mean, the thing is like, I enjoy the little miniseries. Mm-hmm. Do you think there could actually be a Moon Knight movie? Standalone movie?
Yes. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it.
They could do it. They haven't even gotten to some of the more like interesting villains he can fight, or they haven't gotten into Mark Spector's past. They haven't gotten into his origin story technically with some other characters he'll come across. There's a whole cast of characters you have not even met for Moon Knight yet, which we might meet the series.
Yeah, I'm not that well versed in Moon Knight, so this is
neither am I.
This is really fun. Like, I think I said this before. This is a really fun series to get into, and I'm enjoying the ride thus far. I kind of am scared that because we're on episode 3. I think this is only supposed to be a 6 part series.
Yeah, it's small. It's not that big.
Yeah, it's very small.
Really? It's only 6?
Yeah, it's only 6. So
I think it's only 6.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Do you guys like? Let me ask you a question. Do you guys like Mr. Knight?
Not really.
Do you know Mr. Knight is Steven's personification of Moon Knight, whereas in the 3-piece suit?
Not really.
Do I like it?
I actually do. You don't like Mr. Knight?
I liked it.
Yeah, I like it because I mean, in this past episode where Steven, I mean, spoiler alert if anybody hasn't watching it, but Steven has the Mr. Knight.
Yeah,
he pops up. And he's like, hey, guys, let's just talk about this. It's all good. Like, hey, guys. And then he gets immediately impaled by like 3 spikes. And then he's like, okay, Mark, please take over. Like, it's funny. It's a comedic relief because you don't want to have, the Moon Knight, Mark Spector's guy. And he's, just whipping everybody's ass. Like, he's a superhuman. He can beat anybody's ass. Like, having that break is really nice.
It fit the character, too, because he literally put a suit on the first time.
Yeah.
Remember where he's like, where's your suit? And he's like, oh yeah, this is my suit.
Right.
Suit. So I was like, all right, that makes sense for that character to take it so literally.
Yeah, I think I really like Mr. Knight. Whenever he shows up, I think it's this is one of the it's definitely a cooler character to tackle, which I didn't know how they were going to tackle, but they've balanced all the things I thought would be too complicated to depict well so far. So there's a lot of complexity to the character, and they've managed to balance it all really well. Like Mark and what's his name, Steven, and
the mystery guy.
Yeah, the Mr. Guy, or if it's Khonshu, I don't know, but yeah, there's that other personality. I'm very surprised with how well it's written. And here's the other thing: I notice these things a lot. I love soundtracks and scores. The soundtrack and the score in this is amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
It's unique too. Yeah. It's nothing else like the MCU. It stands alone. Yeah. And every time I'm watching it, like in the middle of like an episode, it's got great like tempo and pace, and it reminds me of like a grand adventure. And then they cut away to like contemporary Arab rock, which is like oddly fits into it's just or Arab rap, which fits into. It's just very interesting and different.
You know what this reminds me of, to be honest? This reminds me of the Arab version of Black Panther. Like when Black Panther came out, everybody was like, are they just going to do the typical Marvel thing with, just black characters now, and how like a lot of the music is very African and tribal with, bass and so forth. And they do a great mix of it where it just fits perfectly. And Moon Knight, honestly, I feel like like a bad soundtrack or a bad Yeah, a bad soundtrack in a good movie can take you out of the realm of the movie and just pulls you out. This one is just seamless. And honestly, like every time the episode ends, I get pissed because I'm like,
I do too.
I'm like, I want more. Like it's like they ended at such a good point, like a cliffhanger, and I'm just like, fuck. I don't want to wait another week, man. Like this is so fucking good. And like Marvel. I would say this is the best series thus far. We have to wait until we watch all.
Can we after Moon Knight? I was curious about this. After Moon Knight, shall we do a Blrd ranking of the Disney Plus TV shows? Disney Plus Marvel shows.
Well, we've already done that, but
have we done that?
Yeah, we've done that.
We did it. Yeah.
Shit.
So far, I think at least.
I think Moon Knight changed the game for me. That's what I'm saying.
I think
Loki was the best one so far.
Yeah, Loki. I think Loki with Hawkeye being number 2.
This Hawkeye and Loki, is up there for me.
Yeah,
for me it was WandaVision.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Okay.
You thought WandaVision was number 1, or?
For me, yeah, I like the
number
mystery. For me.
Oh. Yeah, I remember having that reaction. So I think
okay. When we see Dead Vision, that got me like, wow, okay, because I was not expecting that.
You saw that.
You are easy to impress. All right.
You saw that in
in
Infinity War.
Infinity War. You saw that in Infinity War.
No, I know we saw him in Infinity War, but
you talking about White Vision?
No, Dead Vision, walking around in the house. Dead Vision.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah,
I think I know what he's talking about.
Series,
it wasn't very. I told you, man. With WandaVision, if they screwed up that, what's his name? What's Quicksilver's name? That the
Max.
Oh, what?
No. What is the joke name they gave him that is just like
something penis, right? Or dick or something stupid.
Mark Boner, something Boner.
Boner.
No, Mark Boner.
Is it Mark Boner?
Yeah, Mark
something
Boner.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, if they didn't do the whole thing with Boner, if they made that like the real, like, oh man, that was the moment the MCU crossed over into something bigger.
Yeah, like the universe. Yeah,
it was such a huge moment. If they didn't make that a joke, and actually leaned into that, I would have thought highly of WandaVision. WandaVision is really just
and who better to do it than WandaVision, because that's a character that could, theoretically do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get back to Moon Knight.
Back to better things.
Back to better things. Yeah, because nobody in their right mind would say WandaVision is their number 1 Marvel.
For me, it is.
Okay, it's cool being a contrarian. Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
he just
cool
likes
story.
being a contrarian.
Yeah.
But anyways, Moon Knight, really, really going well so far. I'm glad that they're able to pull it off. Really, really, really surprised that they're able to pull off something so complex. This just gives you so much, like, guys, as we're watching the DCU fall apart, there might not be a Flash movie. The whole universe is crumbling. Nobody knows what the future holds. Kevin Feige is just, what the hell? It's not nothing to do with money. Stop with the money.
He's just serving us great content. That's
okay, I'm just saying, creatively, from a creative standpoint, he just knows how to deliver, like you said, content, like what people want. Even though you don't know you like Moon Knight, he knows you love Moon Knight.
Exactly.
He knows some of these things. Like, what's coming out next? Ms. Marvel's the next thing.
Yeah.
So like, and whatever, like whenever you like She-Hulk. Go and like a She-Hulk, whenever you like raise an eyebrow, like, oh, what's this? Just, I mean, he keeps building the credibility up. So like, tip of the hat to that man. Tip of the hat.
Yeah, I mean, I know they said that they have Marvel stuff lined up for like the next 20 years, which is crazy to think that, we are in our 30s, I'm 35, 36. When I'm in my 60s, there's possibly still new Marvel movies coming out. At that point, I'll probably stop.
We'll hate it. We'll have to hate it.
We'll be like, man, fuck these movies.
It'll be overload way too much, which is already happening to me with the movies anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
I don't really care. We got our own. I mean, we basically achieved. We're the generation that like existed before the MCU, dreamed about the MCU happening, watched it happen, got tired of it, said, screw you, got old, died. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
So we're the best generation, basically.
Greatest generation of all
Great,
time.
greatest generation.
Screw the generation that beat Hitler. Screw them. We're the ones who watched.
Screw the guys who stormed Normandy.
Screw
the
them.
real heroes.
Yeah, we lived through the MCU.
Quick thing about that. Like everything that's
where's our statue?
Right.
Oh yeah. Everything that's happened in
Iwo Jima statue, but we're all like lifting comic books or something stupid.
Yeah, like sitting on my couch, just like
everything that's happened in the 90s and early 2000s has been like big transitions from Nokia phones to iPhones, from box TVs.
Where are you going with this?
TV.
Something profound.
A lot of the things that a lot of the things that we are seeing on TV, movies, or whatever, it's all really just reboots or a clone show from something in the 90s. Like there's been nothing like really new and big. It's always been something that's been like just a reboot or a obvious clone,
reinterpretation or an adaptation.
Obvious.
Like you're talking about original content
forever though.
There's nothing been forever. Like, yeah, but like nothing's been really new up until the 90s, like Turtles, Rangers, Mario, Sonic, Halo, Spider-Man, like everything that's been like in the 90s, it's been like everything big happening in the 90s, even clothes and hairstyles and music. Like it's all been like a copy. Like, who's the next Michael Jackson? Who's the next?
What about video games? You say video games have continued to innovate and build new worlds.
But like when's the next like Metal Gear, the next Metal Gear movie, or the next Batman movie, or the next?
Talking about movies?
No, I'm just saying period. Like because everything in the 90s, it's like everything big or new has happened in the 90s, and everything now is a copy of it.
What about Dick Tracy?
Do we see him now?
What about Rocketeer? Rocketeer was
talking about the past.
But what about Aliens was based on an old sci-fi movie, black and white movie.
Yeah.
But it's known. I mean, we're still seeing
Aliens
movies and games now.
Yeah, it was based on an old sci-fi movie, a black and white movie.
Like, are you talking about The Thing?
No, same thing, The Thing too. But Alien was also based on another one.
Okay.
Same thing. Ed, if you actually go through the list of movies and you actually see what they're inspired by, there's a lot of reboots. We just don't know about them. But there is a ton of reboots that happened in the 90s. A metric ton of reboots.
We're also your conception of what's popular is based around your like what was popular to you. So you're kind of seeing everything. You're not paying attention to what's new because it's not important to you, but you're noticing all the stuff that's being rebooted, and you're not aware of all the stuff that has been rebooted because it's not important to you. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just
and we're all guilty of that. It's not just
we're all guilty. I'm also guilty.
We're all doing it.
No. It's just you guys because I'm not sitting here thinking like, oh my goodness, they're just
Dreamcast fully aware.
I am fully woke.
Damn.
But like no, like so Bandito Mag brings out really great points. He's like, what about Bird Box? Bird Box was a great movie.
What? About what?
Bird Box. Like
Netflix.
Like, these are movies.
Oh, I thought that was a subscription service.
No. They're probably
you get a bird every month. A different bird.
Oh, right, Bird Box with what's her name?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. Yeah, that didn't go anywhere. Is that what you're citing? Is somebody citing Bird Box?
But the thing is that you're saying it's a shitty movie, right?
Fucking Bird Box.
Yeah. You got Knives Out. Knives Out was a really great movie.
Knives Out was good, but
Tenet?
the murder mystery.
Tenet. Yeah, I was like Christopher Nolan alone is handling a lot of original content. He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders right now.
Yeah, yes. Christopher Nolan. Yeah, he's churning out the originality.
But the thing is, we're looking at
what's his name too? Movies. Jordan Peele is creating a lot of original content. Mark. Yeah, there's a lot of.
You can look at James Cameron, Avatar. That was new. That
was Cameron,
in 2000s.
Well, Avatar 1 is, isn't it ripped off of Fern Gully? What was it? Last of the Mohicans and Fern Gully. Remember that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this was a big deal back in the day. Nobody cares about it anymore.
It's pretty much beat by beat.
Hey, but the product he created is unique.
So the thing is,
cool.
I think a lot of people have this. They're stuck in this little time paradox where they think that everything when they originally saw it was essential. That's the original thing. That's so cool, like you guys said. But I mean, if you would have been born another generation before that, you would have thought, "Oh my God, this is so original. This is our original stuff." And there was a time when, yes, there eventually you're gonna get to a point where you find the most original content and so forth. But it's not something that you would have liked to do.
Even like Star Wars is like ripoff of like Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon.
And, Flash Gordon especially.
Like anyone watching Star Wars would have been like, this is the stuff I watched when I was a kid. This is Flash Gordon, basically. Yeah. So I mean, or you were bringing up Dick Tracy, like that was all kinds of different types of.
And the reason why they put out Dick Tracy at that point in the 90s was because there was a huge trend of bringing old comic book backs, like
Heroes.
the Shadow, the
Phantom.
The Phantom, all these guys were being just rebooted. So it's
a great era.
New. It's just we think that they're rebooting everything because it's just what everyone does. You always, if you like something as a child, like Tarzan, you want to make your own version of Tarzan if you get the chance to do it.
And you want to
the oldest superheroes, let's call it. So
you want to update it to meet the modern era. I mean, and it's laziness to an extent. Like people always say, "Oh man, these things you're just being lazy because you're just rebooting Teenage Mutant Turtles again," or blah blah blah. But the thing is that you gotta understand, like a lot of kids today are not going to be entranced by the old Disney movies that we grew up on, that we love. Like
no,
Fox and the Hound. I love that movie. I watched that movie on VHS to the point where almost the VHS burned, the tape actually burned out. You know,
kids today say fuck that Fox.
Yeah, they say fuck the Fox. Let me watch Encanto, Frozen, and so forth. And now, and then 30 years from now, they're going to be a new Disney movie that is going to talk about Frozen, but it's going to be a different take on it.
They're going to say screw Toy Story.
Yeah,
that's for babies.
Yeah, that's for babies.
That's what they'll say.
Just like Sonic, Sonic was for babies, and they rebooted that too.
Wasn't for babies,
and they made that into a movie, and it's just like, here's Sonic and rings, and he's putting rings on tails and getting married, and Knuckles is putting his knuckles in places where it shouldn't belong.
What? The movie you watched?
What's wrong?
I tried to watch it on bootleg, and that's what I got. So
that's what came up. Just the hentai version.
Who knows what he ended up watching, but it is what it is. Stuff. People got knuckled. That's all he knows.
People got knuckled. People got Sonics and Tails. That's all I know. And it made $71 million. I'm like, man, this is a crazy movie. Being a movie theater for kids.
It's like, what an odd choice.
Yeah, like that's not actual like Hedgehog. That's just a woman dressed in blue. Where's that Knuckles? Where is that? And then my whole childhood.
That face paint is coming right off.
There has to be. I'm gonna have to Google this, but there has to be a parody.
Of Sonic.
Yeah.
If there's Rule 34, there's always a parody to something.
No, but like you said, people just painting someone in blue, and that's their version of Sonic.
I gotta go fast. So,
well, it sounds like we all have something to do after this.
Man,
so
we have to do some research.
Wrap it up.
Oh my goodness!
I'm good.
All right. Well, no, he wasn't saying wrap
Sonic
it up.
the Hedgehog is what it's called.
Good.
Nice. Now I have nothing.
Badge talk.
All right, guys. Time to do some research. Ed, if we have
it
nothing
is
else,
precisely how you described it. Just a really crummy outfit.
Ed, hurry up. Take us out. I need to get my Sonic the Vag and the hot dog. All right.
Well, ladies, and I can't do Sonic voice.
Please. That was not a sign. You were literally about to do
the Urkel one.
What the hell?
You're about to do a Heath Ledger Joker.
This is why we hate the Heath Ledger Joker thing.
Dogs.
He does it every damn character.
I don't. I was trying to do the Sonic.
God, this is why we hate it so much.
Voice.
No, stop, please.
I was trying to do the Urkel Sonic voice.
All right, do the
Urkel but my
Sonic
ears
voice.
are bleeding right now.
I don't know if I can.
All right, do the Urkel voice.
All right, do the Stefan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 44 of the Blrd podcast. You know.
I like how Ed's own brain was like, nah, shut it down. Shut it down.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 44 of the Blrd podcast. You can find us on major platforms and talk with us live on twitch.tv/the Blrd podcast. Catch you later. Gotta get some chili dogs. Gotta go fast.
Oh my God.
You're too slow. I don't know.
My back literally cringed listening to that.
It's like Michael Jackson came back to life. He's trying to get kids to get chili dogs and
yeah.
Oh my god! Come on, kids, let's get some chili dogs.
You need to obviously practice that. So in your spare time, please practice your voices, and we'll try again. We'll try again next time.
Yeah, that's the Sonic I want.
That's my Sonic.
Potbelly Sonic.
That's my Sonic.
If my Sonic doesn't have a belly, I don't want it, man.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Blur you later.
All right. Peace.
Blur you later.
Dark side.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
Blur you later. Blur you later. Sorry, blur you later.